Let's see. I'll need this. Should I bring this? Better to err on the side of caution. Oh, I'll need this. Oh, that too. Can't forget this. Uh, why do I still own this? That's still not everything. One more stop. Hello, sir? I'm here to purchase a ship.
You don't look like the sailing type to me, boy.
Please, this is the only boathouse around here. I don't have many options.
In that case, this is the price. It's fitting for someone of your caliber.
I can't! This is way more than what's advertised. Do you think because I'm new to sailing that you can nickel and dime me?
Take it or leave it, human. But if you leave it, you don't got many options.
Whew. Huh?
I thought this might be handy on your journey. Love, Dad.
My battle for survival has begun. My first priority was acquiring sustenance. The palatability of the food on this island is questionable. My next priority was shelter. Luckily, I'd learned the basics of building a lean-to. The books made it look so easy. There's got to be something I can eat on this island. Ah! Ah! Oh, now stay still. This might not be so bad after all. I managed to find plenty to eat. There's no one around, and... yep, I could get used to this. It's good to be home. Huh? Intruder! Ah! Oh, pluck. After a thorough rude awakening, it would appear that I am not as alone on this island as I had initially thought. Where did this guy come from? Huh? Shoo! Shoo! Phew. Huh? Ah! What do you think you're doing on my island, intruder? But please! Please don't eat me! There's still so much I need to research! Wait a minute. Your island? Aye, my island. And this here's the proof. Right there. How exactly is that proof? Can't you read, squatter? It's my name. Which would be... If I gotta spell it out for you. Captain Melano. Of course. How silly of me. Huh. Not the look I usually get. Captain, huh? So, that means you have a ship? What kind of captain doesn't have a ship? Of course! Of course! So, you need a ship? Yes! So you're stranded? Exactly! Because you forgot to drop anchor! What? That's not... There. Every fledgling makes mistakes. Fledgling? Am I really that obvious? Of course you are! Your coat says it all. Clearly you ain't never sailed a day in your life. Oh, so that's what he meant. So, do you think you can give me a lift, or a ride, or whatever it is you call it? Doesn't even know the lingo. Alright, go grab your friend. We'll talk payment on the way. Payment? I don't have any wait, friend? I came alone. Well, clearly those ain't your footprints on the beach. There's someone else on the island! Once discovering I was not alone on this island, in more ways than one, I tried to get answers from the Exalium calling himself Captain Milano. Whew. Thank goodness. It's all here. Wait, where did that crocodile go? Boy, you finally caught up, landlubber. Impressive, none of the snake flies got you on the way. Took him long enough. Wow. Don't go getting lost now. Wow. So, what exactly are you doing? I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm tracking the intruder using this here map. See, there's where I found you. And here's where I found the prince. You found me on the other coast. So you're a map reader? Well, I'm no cartographer, but I took a class during a field study. I ain't talking about cards and graphs. We're talking about maps. Maps! Right. Right then. Since you're the expert, you get to chart the course of the intruder. I guess someone has to. But could I get one that isn't so mangled? Thank you. Could I also get something to draw with? Just use your claw. Oh. That's it. Here you go. I just remembered. I have charcoal. There we go. Now we can...
No boats. On the beach or in the water, Captain.
I couldn't find any sign of them around the jungle, Captain.
Weren't in the trees neither, sir.
Who are they? Well, they're my crew, of course. The intruder must be one of yours. Come back to look for you. I didn't have a crew. Second fledgling mistake. Not even my crew could find him. Scuff my scales. How is a caller hiding from us so easily? I'm trying to find the guy intruder. Where did the intruder be under a rock? I don't even know rocks on the beach. I have experience tracking animals for my research. Perhaps I could be of assistance? You did track me down quick back there on the beach. And you charted this path. All right, mate. Give it a shot. Ah. Oh, pluck.
All right, hello. And we are here.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Welcome. Welcome one and all.
Outcaste
Indeed.
Anniversary! Woo!
Woo! All right.
I
Epic,
don't-
epic.
We have enough video for the dub to be 10 minutes long. Like, that's wild.
Well, that includes the opening, which is 1.5 minutes.
Hey, I'm counting it.
Oh,
I'm
just
totally
saying.
counting it.
You know, to make sure the math is all set. But hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming to our Outcast Anniversary. The first one.
Yes.
It's really wild.
Oh my gosh, it is
It's insane.
honestly crazy.
I
I
can't believe it. Yeah. it's
That's
really
like,
nuts.
How do I even form the words to process? I have no idea.
It's crazy. We hit over 100 subscribers on the webtoon, or actually 140 as of today, last time I checked, which is incredibly crazy.
It is
Yes, Sister Puff.
incredibly,
Oh, I'm glad
incredibly
you
crazy.
liked it. Thank you,
Aw.
Callie.
Yes, you finally hear who we play in the dub.
how dare you not call it sick dichotomy? Ugh,
Oh,
I'm messing. But
dichotomy.
thanks for
How
showing
dare.
up. We're still
It's
going in 2
okay.
hours. We should still be
Lurk
going
all
in
you
2 hours
want.
exactly from now. So, that should be good. We'll be doing stuff.
Oh yes.
But thank
tonight's
you
a
for the
big
well
night,
wishes,
everybody.
and thank you for everything. But and yes, Winnie, I remember you, and I saw your comments on the cold front
Things, we have
video VOD. I guess.
Prizes. We have a ton of fun stuff coming
Yes.
up tonight.
So we have a bunch of fun, super fun, interesting stuff planned for today. Let me actually turn Mars up a tad. All right, there we go.
Oh, am I that quiet?
No,
Shoot.
you're good. You're good. I can fix it. I can fix everything. All right, great. But hello, yes, PCM, welcome, welcome. All right, so we have such a great fun stuff today, with the main thing being some Outcaste Trivia. Ooh, I know you
Yes.
all love the trivia.
We are
And they
putting you guys to work.
are full of fun prizes. Yes, there will be 3 prizes for first, second, and third place. Now, what can you
Yes.
win? Well, first, I should actually bring up, I had all that time to get prepared, and I still don't have it all prepared, because that's life. When, God, there's tons of stuff happening. But guys, what has launched? It is launched now. Our real physical Outcast posters that you can get right now. Right? Crazy. It's really wild. So nuts. And what's even crazier is that the first place winner. Yep, we're using quizzes again, Pastry Puff. It's the one. It's the easiest one for us to do. But you guys can win a poster for yourself by winning trivia. First place gets one of either poster. We have both the Outcast Classic poster. Look at these lovely spaces that your poster could exist in. How grand, how
could
great.
exist in
But
on above your desk, on the wall.
like
If
the
you want to
Ace
take a
Attorney
cue
more.
from Mars, you can have an entire room of an entire room of your wall. Yes, that's what I wanted to
the
say.
entire
You
room
could
of
have
your wall can be Outcast.
guys. Can you tell how awake I was? Just so excited, I could not sleep.
It's
That's
like
why
Santa
I'm so
Claus.
tired. Obviously, exactly. It's like
Exactly.
Christmas morning all over again.
But say you like Ace Attorney, and thus we have
Yes,
the
and
Outcast
we
Ace
know
Attorney AU.
that there are Ace
first
Attorney
cover.
fans in our chat. We see you. We
Indeed.
hear you.
So you could win this one instead. Look. Oh, this is not the right one. This is the right one.
Thank you, Robo.
Haha. Look, you can put it in your dark, deep mind palace. You can put it right next to your bed when you wake up in the morning. Or you can put it in your shop. How great. How beautiful. How fantastic.
I called it the Deep Mind Palace.
Yes, your deep, the dark mind palace. That's very much you can do.
Where only
Thank
you can
Roval.
enjoy it.
But yes, so
Oh my god, enthuse. I mean, if you wanna, I mean, go for it. We
well,
won't stop
what's even
you.
better, Enthuse, and everybody else, there are 2 epic things that you get right now. One is anybody who orders this. So these posters are limited time only. They are gone March 4th. But if you
Yes,
order before
limited time.
February 3rd, which is this Saturday. Yep, this Saturday.
And the
you
reason it's
order
this
before
Saturday
this
is
Saturday.
because Ori and I will go fill the orders.
Yes, exactly. That's
So
the
it's
first
gotta
fill
be
and order
before this
section.
Saturday.
So if you order before this Saturday, Mars and I will sign each and every poster that is ordered before this Saturday. And in addition, because you guys are so heckin' epic, I
Yes.
don't know why,
Heckin'
isn't
epic.
doing
Thank
what I
you
want.
all so much.
but
Hey,
You
no
can-
worries, Winnie.
get a discount for being on stream. This is you guys stream discount. I ain't telling anybody else. Now it is
You put
limited
in the
time
effort.
only.
You
is
showed up to the
tonight.
party.
Tomorrow at
That
midnight.
in and of itself deserves something
It
special.
expires, but you can get a sweet discount right now for being on stream. That is the shilling we will do for now. But
Just
remember,
for
trivia-
showing up. Look at that.
if you win first place, you can get either one of these posters for free. You can just win one. Isn't that great? Either one of your choice. Now, I said second and third place prizes, right? Well, second place prize will get either a commission from me of art of a little bust, or a writing commission from Mars. And Mars, explain
Yes.
sort of your commissions a little bit.
So I can do basically you would choose a style of commission. So I'm sorry, this is so unpracticed. I haven't done this since our last giveaway. But I did do one for somebody if they want to step forward in chat. And from what I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, they were pretty happy with it. Theirs ended up being a little short story about the characters in there. I believe it was D&D World. So that's something I could do if you want me to take some OCs and write them in a scenario, or if you want me to do something with um an IP or a series that already exists and make some fan fiction for you, I could do that. I could make something similar to what we did with Aroma Scone on the Creating Characters night, where you would get a character sheet instead. So this is the nice thing about writing, guys, is that just like art, where you could commission realistic, chibi, anime-fied, you can also get different formats of writing. If you want a poem, I'm not opposed to anything. Only caveat is if it is an OC, any kind of story that you want something specific to happen, you gotta let me know your OC's personalities and stuff. Just a quick little blurb of what they're like, maybe a quick little thing about their backstory. I think that was something given to me, and that's usually enough. I can usually make something out of that. If I need more from you, I'll let you know. But that is essentially the gist. Hey, if that's new for you, Rebel, who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe you'll
that's what
win.
you like. So second
There's
place
the incentive.
gets to choose either Mars's commission of writing or my art bust commission of a character
Yes.
bust. And then third place gets the one not chosen. And that's why it's third place, because you don't get to choose. Second place you get to choose, third place you don't get to choose. And that is the prizes for I almost said Ace Attorney Trivia. For Outcast Trivia. Now, there are 42, I believe, questions in this game, all right? And some of them are worth double points. They're special. They're fancy.
Yes.
So, now, if you would
They're
like
the big boys. They are
to
for the most
join
dedicated of readers.
for your chance,
the most astute eagle eyes. I'll stop.
please
Sorry.
go to that link and type in the game code and add your name. And please add the name that you use in either YouTube or Twitch. That is for us, for ease of
Yes, please help us
awards.
recognize you.
Yes, please help us know
Please
who you
help us
are.
recognize you. That would be greatly appreciated.
Indeed. If we don't know who you are, we cannot give you a prize.
I mean, you could probably clarify it, but
Nah, I'm saying it now.
all
State
right.
your name or lose your ability for winning.
Lose your ability. No take backs.
There you go. Oh, look, enthuse. And of
It's
course, if
talking
your
like
name
a
doesn't
pirate
fit
day. It's
fully,
Outcasts.
you know, something
Anniversary.
recognizable. All right, we have people joining. Yes, so this is on any single episode of Outcast that has come out already. That includes the one that came out yesterday. All right, so there's a lot of trivia. Some are worth double points because they're a little harder, and there might be some pictures involved. There might be some other stuff. So it will be timed on all this sort of thing. So definitely we'll see who's in the running. I mean, if there's only 3 players, everyone wins. So, you know, your odds are really good. But how have you been, Mars?
I have been pretty good, just kind of settling into a new routine. It's a crazy routine. I basically go, guys, on stream days, I go from 6:30 in the morning to 11:30 at night, and then I wake up the next day and do it all over again.
Yeah.
But it's a very rewarding process that I do, very rewarding thing that I do. Again, still finding my wings, still finding.
Yes, enthuse.
Settling
First, second, and
is the
third
word,
place are for
but,
this trivia. We
it's
have
been
one
good.
game. It has some different formats in it, but it is this one trivia experience. If you do not play this trivia, that is it. That is all the prizes you can
This
get.
is the only
from
chance.
This one. This is the only game we are playing today.
If not this, you'll
tonight.
have to wait until our streamiversary.
and that'll be different prizes. So, like, you won't get an Outcast poster from that.
I wouldn't even know what kind of trivia we would do with that.
we'd
What
probably
is
do Ace
Ori's
Attorney Game Show
favorite
again.
key?
I like Ace Attorney Game Show would probably be it again.
I'd
But
go
yes,
with that. That was hella fun.
join to win your
Oh,
chance.
let's live in the present, though.
But, I have...
Outcast, January 30th.
Yes, exactly. There is next year.
Yes.
There is always
You know,
next
and we'll
year.
be halfway through season 2 by then, so
Exactly.
there's always that.
When is the streamiversary? It's in July. It doesn't have a
Yes,
specific date in
we
July.
picked a hella
I do
weird
not
date.
know the specific date in July, but it is the month of July, and then we pick a day.
We could probably check, but let's be honest, Ori and I
I
are
did
lazy and we're
check.
not gonna do
I
that.
did check,
Oh,
but it was
okay,
like
look
a
at that.
bad
Ori's
day.
not lazy.
We didn't. No, I did check because I wanted to know, but it was like too early in the month, and I was not ready, so we like pushed it back. So it is in July. That is the whole thing. And I was gonna say something else. Before we start, well, we still wait. I'll probably wait until 9 o'clock on the dot just to see if anyone else wants to pop in. But I want to give you guys some life advice, some Ori life advice from how Ori fucked up this. Literally yesterday. Yesterday.
What did you do?
Ori had to go to a faraway place for her job. And unlike most of the time, she had to be actually on time. Okay, most of my job is pretty lenient. The crews honestly don't show up until, after 7 o'clock. So it's who cares if I get stuck in traffic, it's a whatever. But there was a safety orientation meeting that I was supposed to attend at 7 on the dot. Now, this is the furthest place I've ever had to go, and I know that there's always traffic. So I woke up extra early. I woke up at 5:15 a.m. in the morning to leave my house at 5:45 in order to drive, in theory, 50 minutes to get to this place by 7 o'clock. However, it has always been an hour and a half. So, I was prepared. I was ready. I was gonna get there at 6:34. It was gonna be great. And I hit a pothole and got a flat tire. Now, where did Ori fuck up
Well,
here?
at least it wasn't
the
your new
pothole.
car.
No,
Thank
wasn't
God
my
it
new
wasn't
car
your
yet.
new
Hello,
car.
Mason. If you would like a chance to
Hi,
try
Mason.
and win either first place, an Outcast poster, which are live right now, a commission from me or Mars, and then whichever one isn't chosen for third place, join in the Outcast Trivia by clicking that link and putting in the code. But
Yes.
how did Ori screw up? Well, Ori has changed
Can't wait for
3
this.
tires in her lifetime now. Twice with her mom, and once with Dylan. She taught Dylan how to change a tire. Ori was feeling a little stressed about the time with the job, but, I know my job's understanding, so I was feeling pretty confident. I pulled over to the side of the road, to a good shoulder area. It was on the right side of the tire, so I was safe from the oncoming traffic. And, in the dark of 6 in the morning, I changed my tire. It was, it's difficult, it's hard, but I did it, and I was very proud of myself. But in this stress and in the light, I was physically unable to lift the tire into the back of my car. I was just freaking, it was a stressful situation. So I said, you know what? We're gonna leave it. Now, yes, is that literally yes? But I was trying to get to this job on time. Now, that's a bad decision on its own. However, what Ori didn't realize, and what I learned what Dylan didn't realize, so I'm going to assume that a few of you also don't know this. The
Okay,
rim
try me.
of the tire lives with the car. You don't get a new rim. You have to get the tire on the rim. Okay? So, then I call my mom, and I'm like talking to my mom about this harrowing experience, and she's like, "Ori, you left the rim?" And I was like, "I left the whole tire, Mom." She's like, "No, the rim. You put a new tire on the rim. The rim is yours. That stays. You don't get new rims." And I was like,
You don't.
"Oh no. They always display tires with rims, okay? How was I supposed to know?"
I know they do. It's confusing. It's broken.
So Ori,
Like-
but now the problem
This
is
is
it's
like
dark.
one of those classic initiation into adulthood moments. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those welcome to the real
Well,
world
it gets
moments.
it gets better. It gets wilder. I didn't
Oh,
know
man.
where I
can't
pulled off
wait.
on the road. right? So my mom's like, go back and like you'll have to go back and get it. I'm like, okay, I don't know where it is, just like physically in the world. Like I can recognize it, but I couldn't like put in a GPS to get there. And so I'm like, I'm not, I'm a little stressed now. So I'm like, Mom, I know how it took me. I'm like giving her, like literally reiterating the directions that the GPS gave me to get to where I was, because that I can know, but I don't know, like, because the GPS doesn't tell you where you are, it tells you where you need to go next, right? So like, how am I supposed to know? With this information, my mother was able to tell me where I was.
Oh my god.
And I was able to put it in the GPS and drive back and get my tire with the rim, and I have it now. So
that is incredible.
Crisis averted. But yes.
Crisis averted indeed. Oh my gosh, my cat just entered a sneezing fit.
All right, I see we have a bunch of new people here.
Are
on
you
stream.
okay?
If anybody would like to join and try have a chance to win. Hello, Winnie. If you would like a chance to win,
good
or anybody
timing.
would like a chance to win first, second, or third place with the prizes of being an Outcast poster, a physical Outcast. I'm not talking about digital.
Yes.
I'm talking about a physical thing that we will
Outcast
mail to you
poster
signed.
that you can frame,
That you can
hang
hold.
on your wall.
You can sleep with at night.
Put
You
it
can
in the
show your
photo
dog.
album.
You can show
Sorry,
your cat.
that's just kind of weird.
And or a commission of art from me or of writing from Mars. Those are first, second, third place prizes.
A story, a character
guys will wanna
description.
join
We
in.
can talk about it.
And I'm saying, even if you don't think you know Outcast that well, I'm just saying, Enthuse might give you a run for money. I know Rover
There's
read it
always
recently.
a chance.
Pastry Puff's been rereading it. They're pretty good. But
I
these
know people
questions
have been reading
aren't
those
super
corrections, those edits
So
that
don't,
we made.
Don't just let these
The added
three savants
panels.
intimidate you, all right?
Yes, everyone has a fair shot.
Everyone
If
has a
you've
fair
read
chance.
the comic, you have a fair shot.
But we'll give it one more minute. It's 8:59.
Oh, we'll start at 9 o'clock on the dot.
We will indeed.
Amazing.
Let us see. Yeah, I'm curious about how you guys fare with these questions. Some of them, pretty chill. Some of them recycled from the first time, but,
If you
Mars
were here
picked
last
some
year,
hard ones.
you may know some questions, but
There's some
I
interesting
wanted
new
to give you
stuff.
guys a challenge because I knew we had some savants, and I also knew that we had some more readers than normal. Not
Indeed.
normal, but than before is what I meant.
Exactly.
And with such grand prizes on the line, it had to be a challenge that met
All right.
the prizes.
Let us begin then. I hope you three are ready, and you can join in at any time. It just,
Oh
it's a
yeah,
little handicap.
it could be a sweeping victory, but if you want to do that, totally your
All right.
choice. All right, let us begin.
The
Who
first
wants
question.
to read the first
What
question?
animal is Milano?
I guess Ori wants to read the first question.
It's kind of timed, so it's kind of tough.
Oh, I see. Okay, so Ori gets to read all
I
the
have,
questions
Winnie. It
because
was
she
very
gets
interesting.
them in live time.
Oh, we're waiting on one answer here. You got it wrong.
You
Pastry
got it
Puff. Oh,
wrong,
no.
Pastry Puff.
Oh, there it is. All
Oh.
right, let us see.
Come on, guys. We know you know this.
Uh,
You panicked. There
Ooh,
was
Rover.
time, Pastry Puff.
While it does help to be faster,
Ooh.
it also helps to be right.
Wow. Why do I feel like that's just a metaphor for everything
You
in
can read the
general?
question, Mars.
Oh, can I? I'd be so honored. All right. What does Aster enjoy doing? Real tough one, I know.
Oh, let us see. Oh, Enthuse pulling ahead. Speedy on that
Ooh.
one. Whew.
Look at that
all got it
rising
right.
the ranks.
Very
Up you
nice.
go.
All right. How did Hudson and Aster bring the wood back? In this one, you can select more than one answer. Could be all of them. Could just be two of them. Could just be three of them. Could really just be one of them. Who knows? But you can select multiple answers. And you will get points for the ones you get correct, if that is my understanding. If I am correct in
We're
that.
pretty sure that's how the program works.
Yes. Dudes. Staying in place. Ah, yes, bundles carried with a leather strap was not correct. Yes, they pulled it on a pallet and strapped to their back. Yes, Aster did carry it by hand, but that was just one with no leather strap, so tricky, tricky. Alrighty. Who did Aster learn to cook from? Very, very interesting. This is a little more specific.
This is a tough question.
Let us see. How is everybody
I'm glad
faring?
it's fun to watch, Winnie. We're happy to have you.
Enthuse is quick on the trigger there,
Enthuse. Man, you must really want that poster.
but everybody's got it. You read this one, Mars.
Alrighty. Okay, everyone. What was Aster's job before he met Milano?
Well, if you would like to, Winnie, we would love to have you check it out. Enthuse staying ahead. Yes, canning sardines. Everybody got it right.
If us playing
Elevator hitch.
elevator hitch and
Cold front.
cold front, I almost said whiteout for some reason. I'm like, that's not it. Why do I think that's the name? Cold front. We very much love character-driven stories.
Indeed. What word?
Amazing. Could we?
Oh, yes. I was gonna say, what word did Hudson use to describe Aster at the end of the day? With a little hint. Enthuse still staying up. Let's see how
It
we
was
got
in
it.
a journal strip.
Ooh, composed. Yes, no, it was reserved.
Yeah. Amazing. I was gonna say, are we better than Jeopardy?
Ah. I will fix that, pastry puff. You read this one, Mars.
Okay, this is a doubler worth 2 points. What word did Hudson cross out when describing Aster in his journal? So he crossed it out.
Enthuse still staying up.
We warned you they would be tough.
Ooh, yes, it wasn't scary, it was surprisingly. Yes, I made them all S's, so it was very difficult. See? A little tough.
Ori tripped you up even more. I gave her the question, and then she came up with other possible answers.
Indeed.
That's how this tag team works.
Now, who is the second crew member that Hudson helps? This one might be a little tricky. Who knows? Or it could be easy. But I'm
We'll
glad
see.
it's better than most actual game shows, Mason. I strive for better. Did you
That
catch
feels
the,
like an accomplishment. I gotta be honest.
Oh, Enthuse really, really kicking it. But Pastry Puff's climbing up. Yes, Sinnet. Beautiful. Yeah, did you catch the Ace Attorney game show, Mason? Because I was very proud of that one.
That was a good one. Okay. What did Sinnet tell Hudson to do before he came to help?
Oh, this one's a tough one, a little tricky.
Little tricky. Could be a sticky wicket. We'll see. Oh, we got every ending, Winnie. We go for
Yes,
100%
we go for
completion in
100%
this house when the games are
Indeed.
only 3 hours long.
Oh, none of you got it right. Ooh, and you all
None
picked
of
different
you.
answers. That's very
Whoa,
interesting.
okay,
Look at
I'm
that.
very surprised.
Ooh,
Sinnet told him to grab some breakfast.
it's the most
Before
important meal
meeting
of the
him.
day. Serving it up Hodson's
Indeed.
way.
No,
what
not
is the
Hodson's way,
first-
Aster's way.
What is the first animal that Hodson meets on the island? Now, I'm gonna read these out because I think they're fun. Lemurana, Apirachnid, Sepintera, and Milano.
You know,
Yes, the
Ori, because
Lemurana.
so Ori, on the screen, your ahoge was in the way of Milano. It looked like Milano.
Milano. Yeah, the bad ending was pretty
Milano.
dark, but I'm glad it was short. You know, we didn't have to suffer for too long, you know?
I still felt evil for pushing
100%.
poor Winnie down the stairs. That was
Oh,
terrible.
100%.
Give me the emotional reconciliation ending. I
Oh, so
prefer
much
that.
better. What does Hodson beg Milano not to do when they first meet? Let's see. Oh, Roval's catching up. Roval's close behind
Oh,
you.
man.
Goose. Eat him. Yes, it's
You know,
eat
I
him.
think this
Kill
could
him
be
is close.
anybody's game.
I think it really is. There's some interest. I'm curious. There's some fun questions that I hope to do for Ace Attorney in the future that could be interesting.
Well, everyone has been training with the trivia in Discord.
Exactly. Well, our Ace Attorney trivia is not like theirs. Our Ace Attorney game show is about us. Because I don't know that much about Ace Attorney. Oh,
Okay.
hot on your tail.
Ooh,
Yes, with his claws, he makes marks on the map.
yes. Somebody mentioned it in chat earlier. His Milano
Scratchiforms.
Milanolith, I think I saw.
Scratchiforms.
A
like
Scratchiforms.
cuneiform.
There we go.
What does Hudson
I
not
knew it
eat?
was fun.
Let us see. Ooh, oh, so Roval is so close there, and Pastry Puff is really catching up.
Oh
Yes, it is
man,
neat.
it's kind of neck and neck. I'm
Yes,
honestly a
we
little
didn't-
surprised.
The only bad ending we've seen, Pastry Puff, was the
Emma dying,
Rise from the Ashes one. Yeah.
basically.
She didn't die, she went to jail.
She might as well have died.
Well, everyone else is eating dinner. Who returns to the camp late? A little head scratcher here, I see. Everybody's in.
This is the first
we
time
don't-
at the campfire
We don't
because I know they're there
100% Ace
multiple
Attorney.
times.
We attempt to. Oh wow, Pastry Puff really catching up. Yes, it was
Ooh,
Ferrix.
It was.
Yeah, Ace Attorney. We just want the good endings. We strive for the good endings. Oh, this is a doubler. It's worth 2 points.
Ooh, can I read?
Yes.
What is Ferrix's evidence when he returns to camp?
But I do find, Winnie, that the specific Investigrave, the whole point of those games is the multiple endings. So, oh my gosh, 10 points away between second and first place. Ooh, yes, it was a twig.
Yeah.
I will say, I pride myself on making the multiple
Very
choice
important
tricky
twig.
multiple choice. You know what I'm saying?
I totally
strive.
let Ori have fun with that. Just let her go nuts.
Ooh, another doubler, Mars.
So many doublers. Where does Milano sleep after dinner the first night?
Oh, somebody else joined who's gonna try and give these folks a run for their money.
Ooh, we'll see, we'll see. I can't see who just joined, but
We will see in a
glad to
second.
have you. I look forward to the
Oh,
mystery
it's
being
iHeart
revealed.
Drawing. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, I heart drawing.
Roval
Good
pulling
to see
into
you.
first place.
Roval jumps ahead.
With At the Campfire, yes.
Oh man.
Welcome back, iHeart Drawing. Yes, it's
Good
iHeart
to
Drawing.
see ya.
We have seen them, the other stream. Ah, yes, choose the correct Milano. This is tough, I gotta tell
Oh,
you. I'm proud of
please.
these. Choose the correct Milano.
Oh, Ori, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, no shit.
They're worth double points. These are worth
What the
double
hell
points.
did you do? I can't even tell the difference. Or maybe
Mars,
my
I used
screen
your
is just
common
small.
mistakes when coloring. These
Oh, I
two
hate
pictures.
you. You bitch.
Oh, nobody. I don't think anybody got that.
Just kidding.
Oh yes,
I-
it was 2.
You know what? I am glad
It was
that
the
my
last one.
mistakes could be used. But Ori, you have to reveal what was wrong with the other pictures.
Okay, if we want to do a what was wrong, we need to hold on one moment so I can open them in the order.
All right, chat,
Uh,
we're going to take a breather. We go to our commercial break. We'll be right back with Outcaste Trivia as we go to these commercial messages to see what mistakes Mars
Yes.
made while coloring the
Okay.
comics so Ori can make
Well,
this question.
not all of them. Not all of them are specifically Mars mistakes. Some of them are.
Well,
just
thank God
me
for that,
switching
because I'd
colors.
like to think I
Yes.
didn't screw up
It's
that
all
much.
so with these it's always the colors. In this one I switched the color of his scales and the color of his hair. So his hair is blue and his
Oh,
scales are
okay.
brown. In
Oh, if I
this
raise the
one-
brightness of my screen, that's a lot more obvious.
In this one I switched the colors of his vest. The lighter color is normally the outside of the vest and the darker is the lapel. So So they're opposite
Oh,
there.
subtle, subtle.
This one, I actually chose Aster's dark brown for his hair. So his hair is a bit darker than it should be. And then this is the right
that's
one.
why it looks off.
Ta-da! There
Okay.
we go.
Wow.
Let me actually
Ori
move this over
sneaky.
here. Yes. All right. Yes, because the scales are different in Thews. All right. What is Hotson's last name? He says it, and I updated it. Okay, so this is funny. So I know Enthuse early on mentioned that we didn't know Hotson's name for a very long time in the comic, and that's just kind of how it works, right? That's just kind of how it goes. There's not really a point for him to introduce himself or have really anybody specifically say his name.
Everything was very go, go, go
Exactly.
from when he ran into Milano.
Ah,
There was
yes,
no
Rowan.
time.
Oh, you're still keeping ahead though, Roval. Still keeping it up. And
Man, oh man.
I actually updated in the comic a few places where you can see his name, but he doesn't say it. This is more visual stuff. But where do the pirates live? It's okay, Roval. That's not Roval. It's okay.
Drawing.
Drawing. If you would like to read it, though, you can read it here.
Yes.
We would
This
love
is the
to have you
comic
read it.
that Ori and I make
Yes. in
and
a
have
tree
made
house.
for a year now, which is crazy.
It is. It's nuts.
I'm still pinching myself. I still can't believe it.
All right. After Milano, what crew member does Hotson interact with one-on-one? Yes. Tricky.
Now this was an Ori question. I don't remember writing this one.
Yes. Essentially, Mars and I split it up, so she got the latter half of the episodes, and I got the first half of the episodes. So this is
Yes.
an earlier thing. No, we haven't Pastry Puff, but he's there. I
Mm-mm.
needed a fourth, okay? I couldn't make it Milano himself. Or Hotson himself.
Oh, Average will be there. He's always
Roval,
there
keeping
somehow.
ahead. Keeping ahead.
Keeping
Yes.
ahead,
Oh,
Roval.
we will. I mean,
We have
we've met Average.
kind of met him.
Technically, we've met him. I won't explain further. But, ooh, back to the beginning. Who gave Hotson his journal? Yes, very fun. Very grand. I don't even know how many questions we have left. I'll have to check.
I feel like we're going at a good pace.
Yes, Fisher.
Yep, through the dreams.
Alrighty.
Hey, are you truly a protagonist if you're
Halfway.
not being haunted by your dreams?
There you go.
Come on,
Ugh.
it's just a given.
Roll was really pulling ahead, but Pastry Puff's definitely making it back up. The mind
I still feel like it could be anybody's game.
Oh yeah, and we have some doublers.
You know?
Pastry Puff's good at the art ones.
We got doublers. I know there's way more questions to go.
What
All right, next one.
Is the color that Hotson buys his boat from? See, I make these hard. I make the animals similar to each other. You know, I pick similar animals.
You don't want Ori in charge of the animal questions, you guys. This is what you get.
Oh, and guys, Roval left a very nice review of Outcaste in the Discord and in another Discord. No worries, I heart drawing. I never read Percy Jackson, but I do know many people enjoyed it. I honestly didn't read a lot of, like, very mainstream
I tried
books,
reading the
guess.
first book. I actually read the first Percy Jackson book like a couple summers ago because I was like, people say this is good, and you know it was still in the throes of J.K. Rowling, so I
Mhm.
was like, I need something new to focus on, better series. First book was pretty good, and then never continued with the series. I really should get back to it.
Yes, that's a lot. There's a lot of books. I definitely was like, I'm not getting into that. Because I never read Harry Potter. I never read Percy Jackson, Hunger Games, Twilight, none of that.
Mm.
They're good,
My-
like, ideas. You know, honestly, I probably would have liked Percy Jackson, but I'm like a super high fantasy kind of person. So like
Yeah.
Harry Potter and Percy Jackson were never like my sort of thing because they were like real world plus
like,
magic.
We don't want any real world things.
Yeah, I read Aragon.
Keep the real world out of my fantasy.
Ooh, a
please.
doubler, Mars.
A doubler. Here we go.
Oh, this is
Why?
Aster. Why he Aster?
Why
I'm
does
sorry.
Aster enjoy cooking? Ori, are you trying to trick
No,
people?
I'm not trying to trick people. That is a me mistake. It is an Aster. It is Aster. He Aster. My apologies there.
Yes. He being Aster,
Sometimes they
the tall boy, the silent boy of the group. Why does he enjoy cooking?
Indeed.
Yes, let him cook. He gets this bread.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna kick you, I Heart Drawing, since you're not playing, since you don't know, just so we can save time. But yes, he likes to take care of his friends. Everybody knew. Everybody got those double points. We are
I'm so
quickly approaching
glad.
level. What animal is Feryx? Ah, yes. Again, I like to pick, similar animals. Animals that you might be like, ooh,
Ori really wants to trick you guys. That's the crux of
Ooh.
it.
Roval really pulling ahead here with these ones. Yes, a fossa. Everyone got it right.
You guys are paying
Ah,
attention,
I'm so
and I
glad, Pastry
love
Puff.
it.
You are definitely one of the main fan artists we've had drawing the boys. Here's another one. What animal is Aster? Yes, let's see. You guys probably got all this right too. Looks like you did.
Reveal.
He is an albatross. A specific albatross, but I'm not trying to ask you guys about that.
But Ori,
It's a
do
lot.
tell us what type of albatross
He's
is
a
he?
black-browed albatross.
There you go.
What
What
kind of
animal
is in it?
Is Sinnet? Jinx.
Jinx indeed. Oh! Pastry Puff pulling into second place!
Whoa! Pastry
Oh.
Puff jumps ahead.
Enthuse!
Whoa! Le gasp
That
indeed.
studying has paid off, Pastry Puff. All right,
It
Mars.
has. Alrighty, here we go, guys. What does Ori do for the comic?
This
and
is
this has
important for later.
multiple answers.
Yes, there is more than one.
Yes.
Let us see if you know our jobs very well.
You don't know Pastry Puff. I don't know if I believe that.
Yes, I sketch the panels, I draw the backgrounds, I do not color anymore. And I do, I do make the story, because I don't write the dialogue, but I do have a hand in the creation of the story of Outcast. Yes, Mars does the
Yes.
coloring. That's what makes
That
it
is
tricky.
my job.
Ah, yes, choose the correct image again. Which Hotsun is the right Hotsun? These are specifically some of Mars's mistakes. You don't mess up
Well,
on
I'm-
Milano.
I
have
am
messed up
glad
on
to see
Hotsun.
that it is an earlier entry, so that makes me feel better.
Well, no. These are see. When I say that, they're inspired by mistakes you've made. I edited the images to be this way.
Okay.
Oh yes,
Yes, guys.
Pastry Puff
Have
pulling into
mistaken
first
colors for other
place.
colors.
My goodness.
Holy Pastry Puff,
These are really
man!
good for you, Pastry Puff. These
Guys,
really getting
we
you.
weren't kidding when we said it could be anybody's game.
All right.
We
let
meant
us-
it.
Let us go to the Hotsun images, so I can
Yes.
show what the difference is.
Another brief commercial break.
This Hotsun had dark on the jacket and light on the lapel. That's reverse from normal. This Hotsun, I believe, is the correct Hotsun. This Hotsun had his skin color and his light coat color swapped. And this Hotsun had his skin color and his hair stripies swapped. So there you go. That's the correct one. It is such a close game, Enthuse. You guys really are neck and neck.
It's honestly closer than I thought it was going to be. I'm very impressed.
All right.
But also very happy because this means you guys are reading the comic.
Indeed. And now, if you remember what Ori did, what does Mars do for the comic? There are
Just
multiple
reverse
answers.
the answers, guys. You got this. I believe in you. Come on, you know what I
Whoops.
do. I talk about it constantly.
Enthuse coming back into second. This is really.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
you guys got it right. One person didn't make the story, but
Ah.
nobody got it wrong this time.
You know,
Nobody.
it's okay.
It is
It's all
okay.
right.
Yes,
That's you.
Rogal.
That's okay.
All right, Mars.
All right. What is the animal on the island that Hotson is most afraid of?
Yes.
Could have
Let's see.
Limarana, snake flies, Milano, or Feryx.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Pastry Puff coming up from behind. The underdog.
Pastry
Yes, it
Puff.
is the snake
Talk about the
flies.
story of the underdog. Yeah,
Or the
everyone.
Serpentera.
The Serpentera. Yes, way more fun to say.
What job?
We don't classify Milano and Feryx as animals.
Exactly. What job does Hotson help Aster with? Let us see. Looks like you guys were all on the money on this one.
Those are some quick responses.
Yes, gathering wood. What job does Hotson help Sinit with? Again, quick on the draw, you guys. This time, this one's down to speed here. I think you guys know this one. Ooh, no, I see a wrong. Enthuse, pull it back into first place.
Oh,
Wow.
man!
Yes, it was harvesting herbs, not wrangling snake flies. Milano mentions that on the first morning, but he never actually does that.
Yes. Hotson very much did not want to do that job.
And he didn't have to do it at that time.
Nor was he capable of doing that job.
Ah.
Even Milano thought he couldn't do it.
Another choose the correct image. This one might be a little tricky because the lighting is different. I made it even trickier.
I gotta be honest, I think I see the differences immediately.
Well, that's good, Mars. Good for you. But I heard drawing, it's because these three lovely fans have either read and reread, or just really in-depthly read because they wrote a review, and they just like the comic, as you know, as I'm glad that people do. Oh, Pastry Puff pulled it back
hello,
into
Dr.
first with the only person who got it right. Look at that! Wow. Let us see what the differences are here. Yes, we have this Sinit, which is the correct Sinit. We have this Sinit, which has his hair the same color as his belt, which is incorrect. We have this Sinit, which has his shark skin the color of his highlights. Well, his
Yep.
highlights are the color of his shark skin. That is a
Saw
specific
saw
Mars
that
mess
one
up.
immediately.
This one's also a specific Mars mess up, the darker hair.
Because it has haunted me. That
Last-
mistake. Because you know what I did, guys? I proudly uploaded that image to my social media saying, look how clean these lines are. I've never colored these hair stripes so perfectly. I'm getting the hang of Sinit. And then Ori texts me, you switched out the colors, Mars. You did it wrong. I was like, oh, but I was so proud.
And then this one, I actually made his brown Aster's strap brown. So there you go. Wait, let me move it. Well, that doesn't matter because you've seen them all besides one. All right, Mars.
Okay. Next question. What did Milano scratch on the tree? We could also say write on the tree, technically.
Yes. To
By
Milano
his
is writing.
definition, by his
Everybody got it
standards.
right. Captain Milano. At
Cap-
least that's what he says.
Ten. Me. La. No.
Alright. This has two answers. What personality traits does Hotson list in Aster's journal entry? There are two answers. We're not even telling you there's multiple answers. We're specifically telling you two answers. Let's see. How did you guys fare?
We're about to find out.
Enthuse pulling back into first place. Wow.
Oh,
Guys, really
man.
going nuts. Yes, it is stoic and intimidating. It was not quiet and it was not imposing. Beautiful.
Put those in to trick ya.
Indeed.
We got some of ya.
All right. What did Hotson's journal note about Sinith say? Many options. Let us see. These were very tricky. I made this one very tricky. They were very similar.
You really did.
Pastry Puff, pull it back up. Oh, enthused and Pastry
Oh,
Puff just
man.
switching. It is subspecies shark bigger teeth because it is
You
second
guys are
to Ferrex.
playing leaderboard musical chairs over there.
Really, really, really. You guys just going all around, ring around the rosy.
Up, down,
Alright,
back and forth. Let's
Mars.
see. All right. Who did Milano suggest Hotson help out first?
Let us see. Oh. I don't think anybody
Those
got
were
that
some
right.
quick responses. None of you?
Aster, yes, he did not. While Hotson helps Aster first, Milano, when he wakes up Hotson very abruptly, says, "Why don't you go help Ferrex?"
Ferrex.
Yes, yes, that was a
So-
tricky one.
The hangouts actually go in reverse order of what Milano suggested to Hotson.
Exactly. Now, who brought Hotson to his new room? I feel like you guys know this one. I feel like Enthuse knows this one.
I have faith
If
in
I know
you.
who
You
Enthuse
guys
ships.
should know this one.
Ooh, but Pastry Puff still holding first. It is Sinith. Yes, Milano
Still
just goes to
maintaining
sleep.
that first place. Yep.
Yeah,
Milano
Winnie,
just
I
sleeps
feel
by
it.
the fire.
Exactly, Enthuse. I know. I know how you feel about the Sinsin. Now, who stopped Ferrex from looking for the intruder? This is very interesting. Another one from the campfire scene. Who really was it?
It's also interesting what this tells me as a writer, like what details people pay attention to.
Indeed. I missed
It's
leaderboard.
interesting.
Apologies, but
Alright.
whoops. But it was Aster. Aster did. Milano kind of just shrugged and went back to
Milano
eating.
just kind of went, Ferrex.
Exactly.
That's
Pacey.
probably not
Eat
evidence.
bed.
Aster grabbed him like a
All right,
kitten by
Mars.
the scruff. What job does Hotson help Ferrex with?
Yes, let us see.
These
That
are
is
pretty
in the most
recent
recent
episodes,
entries.
you guys.
Yes, this is
Really
our
recent
Ferrex arc.
episodes.
Yes, it is repairing the ship. Very nice, very great. Oh, the second to last question, guys.
We're almost there. We're gonna find
choose
out.
The correct Ferrex. Let us see. Can y'all do it?
Okay, it's tiny on my screen, but I feel like I know.
This one I felt like was the easiest one, personally.
This one, like, there's one of them where I'm just like, oh, that's wrong.
Enthuse coming after Pastry Puff on their
Enthuse
own.
pulling
turf.
ahead.
Wow.
Whoa! Wow! Look at that results screen.
I can't
Look at how
believe it.
split it was.
Where is my thing? Did I close it? I think I closed it.
Alright,
I got it. It's right here.
what you
I
doing?
got it. All right. This Ferrex, his pants color and his shirt color and his collar color are swapped. The pants should be dark. The collar should be dark. The shirt should be light. This one is the right one. This one, his dark fur, which is usually on his inner ear, and his light fur, which is his outer ear, and the rest of him here, is swapped. This, the skin color, and his darker hair sections are swapped. Ah, yes, Pastry Puff. But there you go. There was the correct. And last question, guys. Who will it be? Who will it be? No worries, Roval. But yes, yeah. So none of them got the really major one, the green swap, which was the big part of it. So good on you guys. All right, between Pastry Puff and Enthuse, who will be first? Who will be second? It's the final question. Roval's sitting pretty in third.
Final countdown.
How many times did Ferrix tell Hodson to raise the box higher?
Most
In the
recent
most
entry, you
recent
guys.
entry, just posted yesterday. How many times? Let us see the results. A tough question to end on, I will say.
Yes,
Looks like
I was a little mean with this question.
Enthuse is holding strong at first. Everybody got it right. Look at that.
You all got it right. Oh man, I thought
Wow.
for sure that would trip you up. Because what happens in the chapter is Ferrix goes higher, higher, high. Stop. So it's like that
Indeed.
third high in there. It just gets cut
There
off.
you go. Enthuse. We
Oh,
will
what a beautiful
DM
background.
about what you have to choose your poster. Yeah, your rule of threes.
Yes.
Exactly. You'll have to choose which poster you
You
want.
get
The
your
Ace
choice,
Attorney AU,
Outcast or the
or-
morose turnabout
Exactly.
poster.
and then second place.
Both
Pastry
very
Puff.
lovely.
Would you like either the Ori Art Bus Commission or the Mars Writing Commission? That is your choice. And Roval, you'll get whichever one they don't choose. There you go. Look at that. And it was, there's a few questions where you all got
was
it right.
a really close
A couple where you
game.
got them all wrong, but it was certainly nobody's game that whole time. It was certainly
Yeah.
just sort of I'll email
This
all your
wasn't
parents, okay?
Evenly
I'll
split
email all your
game.
parents.
We'll email all your parents. We'll say that you guys are a pleasure to have in class.
Yeah, look at that.
Gold stars all around. A+.
Very interesting. Well then, now we shall move on to sort of the less needing to, that is fine, Pastry Puff, please take your time. But now we shall move on to the less sort of, Outcast had to read it, had to know it like the back of your hand, specific part of stream. We are doing two things simultaneously for basically the rest of stream. I think that's all we have. One, which is hopefully very fun. It was suggested by one of our lovely community members, Nicole.
Yes.
And that is that we're having a role reversal. So as you saw in the trivia, Mars does the dialogue writing, the coloring, and I do the sort of the normal line work and everything, and then the rendering and backgrounds, and I put all the bubbles in at the end. So today, we are going to do each other's jobs. Yes,
Yes.
it is going to be good. So, I am actually going to write a short. We're making it short, we're making it easy on Mars. Not a lot of panels, okay? A short little scene with the regular Outcast boys, right? It's not no AUs, no new AU
AUs.
stuff, no new outfits. We gotta allow Mars to use the references that exist in the wiki, and then have her be able to do that. So, my question I pose to you, chat, is: any ideas? What should this mini comic be about? I have a singular idea. However, before I offer mine into the pool, I would love to hear if any of you have suggestions. In addition to while
Nothing
we are
spicy,
doing
please.
this. Yes.
I cannot draw anatomy.
Mars is going to do her very best.
Both as an ace and an artist, I cannot draw anatomy.
Well, we got us some cookies. Yummy, yummy.
Thank you for baking.
I don't know if I have to do it on this one. There you go. Woo! Let me fix this. There we go. There it all is. How can it is not canon at all. None of it is canon. It is not canon at all.
Barely
At
needs to be
best,
it just has to use the canon designs and the canon characters.
And ideally,
That is all.
like the locations or simple locations. Either pre-existing ones or simple ones.
I also hope you all know you're not getting backgrounds.
But that's part of my job, Mars.
But I can't draw, but you're getting a tree. You're
Okay,
getting a
that's-
singular
that's a
truffle
background.
tree.
The boat in the background. A beach. Come on, you can't just put them in white space. canon compliant. Basically,
God, it's gonna look so damn
I'm
bad.
going to whatever it is. I am going to attempt to write the characters as faithfully as possible. Okay, and I don't want to make Mars design any outfits, any new designs, or have to deal with like the Ace Attorney AU or the Band AU. Like those are very different designs. She's not familiar. But I also want to. My attempt is to write the characters as faithfully as possible.
The best I am imagining is an elevated stick figure. Like I will try. I will try to draw the circle with the line going down the middle and the line growing across to figure out the face proportions. I'll try
the
doing
crew
the
attacked
triangle
by the
upper
Royal
body.
Navy, or at least Outcast's equivalent. Oh, you're asking a lot of Mars there, Ruffle. That's all I'm
You
gonna
are
say.
dreaming big, Robo.
That's a lot. I mean, I have an idea of how I could make. I could allow Mars to succeed with that.
I say go for it. You know.
So that's
the
an
one you
option.
want.
This is an option under attack. Okay, we're gonna sort of list these out. Let me write this like this.
I would say crew under attack.
Under attack. Do we want to hear my idea that I came up with?
What was your idea, Ori?
My idea was basically watching the sunrise. So like someone's out watching the
Aw.
sunrise and they get sort of joined by other people. That's sort of my
so
idea.
chill and relaxing.
Well, I was trying to make it easy for my best friend over here, you know, to have to do something that she never does. They play hide
Meanwhile,
and
with
seek.
the writing, we're like, dance, puppet, dance.
Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, doing
Nah,
physical writing
We're gonna
to
work
make
for it.
like words happen is much easier than like making even basic art happen. You know, the threshold is different, right? I can write because that's part of like normal school. Can I write great? Probably not. I definitely can't write as well as Mars, and I'll probably make it a little awkward.
So, Ori, I think we have to clarify here. Are you writing just dialogue, or are you writing out a script with like cues,
I am going to
placements?
do as much as you do for me, which is if there's a specific scene I really want, a specific moment that I really see, then I'll add it in, like you've had, like suggestions. But otherwise, I'm
Okay.
giving you the same amount of direction you give me, which is like a general idea, the dialogue, and maybe one or two moments where you're like, this is exactly what I'm envisioning. I hope you're envisioning that too, sort of thing. That is my goal. Then Mars will do the sketches and the lines, and then I will do the flats, and then Mars will render it and add the background.
Oh,
And
God.
that's what we're doing for the rest of the stream. Okay. Camping. Sleeping under the stars. Alright. These are our options. You know what? And because I know we don't have a ton of people in chat. I know it's a weird night. And I think because Mars is going to be forced to draw this, I'm going to let Mars pick. Mars, out of these
Ooh.
4 beautiful options we have, 3 from our lovely chatters and 1 from me, which would you like to see me attempt to write?
Okay, so our options are crew under attack, watching the sunrise, hide and seek, or sleeping under the sleeping under the stars. I thought I misread that. Hide and seek is such a cute idea. However, and this is the only reason I'm vetoing it, is because if they're hiding behind something, I don't have to draw the whole body. And I don't think that'll be super fair to poor Ori, who's doing all the work
No,
that I
okay,
usually
no.
do.
Don't think about
So-
the fair. I do a fair amount. I like watched one of the episodes back, and I was like, there are like 0 full bodies in this entire entry, man. Like there's so many. Just like I'm like, I think I show Ferrex's face like 4 times in this entry. It was the most recent one. I was looking at it. I was like, man, there's a lot of just Ferrex's limbs.
I do have to say, sleeping or storytelling under the stars is certainly a scene I have had in mind. And I am curious to see how Ori interprets it. What would they
God.
talk about? What would they share? I know I certainly have ideas about what they would bond over, but I am curious to see what Ori and chat thinks. I think I gotta go with that one. It just
Alrighty.
fits the vibe of Outcast.
That is what we shall do. Of course, the hardest one, in my opinion. To write.
Sorry, Ori.
It's okay. It's okay. Let me like look at one of the Mars scripts just to remind myself of sort of what happens here. Let's do that. Perfect. I think we just got a script on the Ko-fi today, so I'll take
We
a look at
did.
that.
We all got an alert about it too.
It is lovely, beautiful. All right, I'm not gonna put the little like extras, you know, at the top of what the key means. I'm not gonna write it all out.
You don't have to do that. Don't worry.
Okay. Scene 1. Let's see. We give a little overview. Yeah.
Break time.
Overview. That's what it's gonna be. Otherwise, if we didn't do it on a stream, that's how Ori operates. Ori is not a writer. Ori writes rants,
I know.
and that's it.
I know how much you love writing.
Yes, I totally adore it. Enthuse, you joined the Ko-fi today.
Thank you for joining, Enthuse. I hope
thank
you
you so
like what you
much.
see.
Oh, and at the top tier, yeah, you got a lot of content there,
Oh
my
man,
man.
Enthuse. Oh, you're gonna be rolling in content.
That's my bro.
My goodness.
My broham, all of the content. Unlock it all. Success.
He
Well,
went
thank you
for
so
it.
much. Alright, now,
Yes,
now I have to
oh my
make this extra
goodness.
good in honor of our newest Ko-fi member.
Yes, who knows, guys? Maybe this script would be. Actually, no. What do you think? That actually isn't a bad idea. Definitely at a higher level.
I mean, we're doing it on stream. I don't know. It's gonna be locked on content. But the other thing that we would all love for you to do, well, the other one is doing our part of the thing. The non-working person will be keeping track of if there are any questions that you are dying to ask of the characters of
Yes.
Outcast. We would love to hear them, as
So,
we will compile them, and
we
Mars
can
can
have a
continue
little
explaining.
Q&A. So, I will say this. There is a point where Ori and I do plan to incorporate a little hiatus. Most likely between the end of the Feryx Hangout arc, the end of all the Hangout arcs, because yes, we are in the final stages of those. We are about to move on to bigger and grander things. City things. Sorry, Ori. I know. Hang in there.
Or he's
But-
gotta learn Blender better.
No Milano hangout enthuse. So the reason that was done was because there are going to be some different bonding moments, different getting to know you kind of moments that don't have to fit that format. The hangouts kind of acted as a narrative device in that they allowed Hotsun and by proxy the audience to get to know the other characters while also starting to set up some things on their side, like Aster and his family, Sinnit and his backstory, how he met the crew, Feryx and his anger regarding how he's been treated. Because they're not just gonna stay contained problems. These are, events that have impacted who they are as characters. So this was just laying the groundwork, and it was the most effective way of doing that. For Milano and Hotsun hanging out one-on-one, one, they kind of already had their hangout arc, technically speaking. It was Hotsun spending the entire day with Milano, going over the map, tracking the intruder, doing this, doing that, but not really getting any backstory out of him, and that was done purposefully. Hotsun didn't share his name right away, so we see that he's a private person, but Milano isn't exactly being totally upfront and sharing everything either, so that's something to keep in mind. Rest assured, there will be a moment where we do learn more about Milano and why he is the way he is. Hi, Nicole! You
Hello,
are just in
Nicole!
time. We are
Welcome!
doing role swap. Ori is writing for the
Yes.
comic right now.
And also, if you have any of your burning questions for the characters, Nicole, now is the time to ask, and Mars will compile them, or I will compile them, whoever's not working at the moment, on their part of this mini comic, for future little doodles and thought out answers with possibly canonicity. Who knows?
Yes. So yes, that was
Yes,
the
and
whole
posters,
thing.
Nicole. There's your
Yes,
discount code.
posters.
You made it. You can get it. Ship worldwide.
You made it in time. Yay!
Yes, and if you get it
But yes,
before Saturday, Saturday, the 3rd, Eastern Standard Time.
That was the whole tangent I was getting into. Yes, there will be a hiatus between the hangout arcs and going into port. I forgot how long we decided the hiatus was going to be. I think about a week, 2, 3.
It was like 3 months, Mars.
Oh, 3 months.
Wow. Back the fuck. Whoo! My girl.
Oh yeah, guys, we're going on a hiatus.
It
3
should
whole
be
weeks.
that
No,
link,
it's gonna
Nicole.
be
Yep.
months.
Thank you, Enthuse.
3 months. I did not mean to say weeks. I said that. That was immediately like, that
I
does
need some
not sound
time.
right.
I
That's
need
not
some
that's not
time.
a hiatus. That's just a break. That's not a hiatus. So yes, in the meantime, there will be mini Q&A comics coming out, wherein the characters answer your questions about them. So I see one, Hotsun, how did you get interested in cartography? What a great question. TBA, to be answered.
To be answered. Hi again, Winnie. Yep. Or the code is like Outcast 1 year, but the link already automatically puts it on the applicable things, which are the posters. So yes, unfortunately, you cannot get a discount on the Moreau's Turnabout AU bit, but I know Nicole doesn't need that. Enthuse also doesn't need it. Enthuse, did you like the Ace Attorney AU comic? If you got to that yet. It's a lot.
There is a ton.
Oh, I gotta say, it's really hard not to add what I'm thinking about, like, the scene.
Remember, you're not the artist here. Not anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Professional mode has been on for multiple hours now, so I can see why Dylan goes a little goblin every time he's on here. I'm feeling it.
Ori goes to work so early that by time she gets home, I like how I talk in the third person sometimes. Yeah, I go to work so early that I get home at like 3 o'clock. So like there's a long period of reprieve before stream. Versus like Dylan and Mars definitely go sort of right at, they come home, eat dinner, stream.
Oh yeah. No, literally, it was, I went to my internship today, then I went to work, then I came home, showered, ate dinner, did some prep for tomorrow, and then stream. and then I will continue to do prep and continue doing it until I finish it, and then I will go to bed. What are our thoughts on the real ending in Elevator Hitch? So
I
I believe
loved
the
it.
real ending
That was we
was
escape,
them
and then it's, you
reconciling.
need this
Oh
job.
no, I'm thinking of Cold Front. Duh.
Yeah, no.
I
Elevator
thought
hitch,
it
we
was
get the
pretty
key,
cool.
we go to the lobby, we do it.
I
Winnie,
still have
what did
no
you think about
idea.
the secret ending? How did everybody enjoy the secret ending at the end?
I still have no idea how we got the real ending. I'm still baffled that we got the key in the first place.
It's just like
But
an
I
amount of
did-
correct ones.
I did like the conclusion. I did kind of like that there was a twist to it, right? It's like, here's what you're working for, here's what you've been trying to get to, and then suddenly it's like, oh, you're trapped here. The one where a coworker dies.
Oh, is that the real one? With the scissors? I don't know which one's the real. To me, the real one was the exit one, because that's like the middle center one.
I thought the
and
real
that, like,
one was
resets the
escape.
game. Yeah. The real one's
could be
where
wrong.
coworker dies. I mean, that one's good too. There was a lot of I saw a lot of fan art about that one, and it was really good.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
fan
it's
art
called
is
real
insane.
because we thought he was a doppelganger.
Oh.
I understand now. I
That's what it
understand
meant
where
by
we're going.
real.
I'm thinking like the true ending, the good ending, like Five Nights at Freddy's or like anything
Yeah,
else.
no,
like,
that's
you know,
literally
the
how I
bad
interpreted
ending,
that
the
too.
neutral ending.
The good ending, the bad ending. Scott Cawthon has us trained.
It's more Matt Pat, if I'm being honest.
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna miss Matt Pat so much.
My brain is working overdrive. This is hard.
I feel like you and I are going to have a greater appreciation for what we each bring to the table with the comic after this. Like, oh yeah, Ori can draw on her sleeve.
It's
Oh yeah,
one of those
Mars
things-
can write with an arm tie behind her back.
All this confirms for me is that when I'm like, I could not write a comic. I need a writer. Mars, let's do it together. It's just like, yeah, Ori, you
There-
fucking needed a writer, man.
There is literally a post.
Nicole!
Nicole, oh my gosh, you bought posters. Thank you. Oh my
You're
goodness.
our first. Look at that. Oh, and the big boy. Oh no, yeah. Oh, great. Amazing.
That is so wild. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Lovely. And you'll get a signed copy. Amazing. Thank you. Oh, that's so cool. That's so neat. It's real now, guys.
It's
It's
amazing.
real.
It's real.
It's real.
People want our stuff. I feel like that's when you made it, when people want merch of
literally
your
the moment that
characters.
anyone in the Discord was like, I kind of like, where's the merch, guys? It was like, wait, shit, what? Really?
It's like, wait,
Huh?
you want merch? I
you
mean,
want to buy
we can
merch?
do it. We can do it. That's no problem. Because guess what, guys? If we have to make merch for you, Ori and I get merch by default.
Yeah, literally though.
Yeah.
These wouldn't
I mean,
exist.
We gotta experiment to make sure that you guys are getting a quality product, so we get all the defects, obviously. I am so excited for Saturday. I'm like ridiculously excited for Saturday now.
Well, now there's confirmed to have one.
Oh, amazing. Well, I saw posters, multiple.
Yeah, one of each.
Amazing.
Yeah, nuts, crazy.
It's just wild to think that our characters are going to be like hanging up in
I
someone's room,
know.
like
It's so
someone's
nuts.
house, where they live, where they do their daily things.
Oh my god, hold on, wait.
That's
looks like
crazy.
Somebody else got the Moreau's Turnabout poster. Now I have to look at the
Ooh.
freaking thing.
Or you're allowed to take a break to look at the Kofi. It's okay.
It's Oscar. Oscar
If
got the
if you
morose
were
turnabout poster.
if you were truly emulating how I did the comic Ori, you would be taking a break every 30 minutes to scroll on Instagram. Like that's how
But
I write the
have
comic.
to do it. I gotta do it. I need you to have the most
Right.
time. It's a lot of time, okay? Your job is the most time. Now it's I wrote awkward silence and now we have extreme silence. Mars, what are you doing? Gotta keep it up.
Oh, I can. I was taking a nice big sip of tea.
Oh, I had
Lovely,
decaf
lovely
Earl
tea.
Grey this evening. My mother got this, like,
Ooh.
she, like, found this new tea company or whatever, you know, shiny, and she's retired now, so she's buying lots of stuff. And I, of course, love tea, too.
I think that's
so
just
she,
kind of
like,
what you do when you retire.
gave me a ton of, like, teas to try.
That's awesome.
It is,
nice.
Nicole. It is. That's why I need Mars to do it.
It's very hard to talk and write at the
The
same
smaller
time.
size enthused.
I have
8.5
tried.
by 11. It's technically
Yes.
a little different from
You
those
do get your
sizes,
choice
but yeah.
to poster.
But you can pick the morose turnabout or the outcast one.
Oh, you can decide. Personally, I think all the posters are amazing. I will let Chet know that we are still collecting questions for the Q&A. So if you have any questions you want to ask the characters themselves, now is the time. Or any questions about Outcast, any questions about the creators of Outcasts. Within reason, but we will answer.
Yes.
Oh,
But we will
man.
do it at a later date with little doodles and thought out answers. So
Yes.
it'll be as canon as possible.
It will be very canon. You will be
Yes.
receiving canon answers for questions that you ask the characters.
Which is Mars's job,
key.
not mine, okay?
I never said it wasn't.
It's more like I'm traumatized already. I'm 9 years old. I'm traumatized.
Oh my
Having to
God.
write it. Okay, I'm waiting for you to have to
You
John,
you have written a paragraph.
you don't Mars, this is like 8 panels right here. Okay? Like I don't even know. You don't understand.
You
Okay?
gave me 8 panels.
If I write any other characters in here, there's like literally every sentence is like 8. It's not actually 8 panels, but it's like
I don't know if this is getting done tonight.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of
If
panels.
you give me 8
man.
panels, this is not getting done tonight.
If you want 4 panels, I cannot do this scene. Okay, this is what I'm saying.
Nah, go
You get
go
2
for it,
options.
go off. Go off. I believe in you. You can do it. I have faith. It is. See, you always told me that you hated writing. I guess I never knew the depths or lengths that hatred went.
I am
Like,
so...
now I'm hearing it.
Yeah, I like to write one thing and it's called rants. That's it. That is the only thing I've ever enjoyed writing. In like English class one year we read a rant, and my rant was about Super Luigi Bros. U. And yeah.
You had a lot of feelings about Super
It was
Luigi
Super
Bros.
Mario Bros. Yeah. Okay. I am totally going to find it while you're drawing and read
You
it
can't
to the chat.
raise questions like these.
Oh no, I'll read it to chat after my part is done. Okay. I'm
Okay,
almost certain
sounds like
I
a good
have it.
compromise.
I'm almost certain it's here on Google.
Ooh, Nicole has a question for the characters. If you end up on an abandoned island by yourself, what's one thing you'll bring with you? Ooh. So just, it's funny that you clarify abandoned island, Nicole. I'm sitting here like they're already on an island.
I found it already.
Ferrex and Milano would definitely starve though. Maybe not starve, but they could hunt and catch things, but they certainly would not be eating the 5-star meals that Aster provides. For sure.
But yes, I found the rant. So if people want my rant about Super Luigi U, we can have it.
I need to check something. I'm on the hunt.
My grammar is gonna be really shit.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect grammar. I don't think mine is even perfect grammar half the time.
It's better than mine, is all I'm gonna say.
See, this is why we needed the edits, guys.
Aster would manage to survive the lioness. I mean, he can cook, definitely. But I actually think if Mars and I discussed this, it would actually be an interesting answer. Because I know who I would vote for.
I feel like I know who I'd vote for.
Message me. I want to know if we're on the same page. DM me. Alright.
Who would last the longest on Abandoned Island?
Yeah. And I'm assuming it's abandoned, just like no people, right? There would have to be some
That's
sort of
what
food.
I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
Like no people.
Yes,
no
that is
herb
very true,
garden
Nicole.
from Senate.
I see. Pastry Puff would also say Aster.
Well, Nicole, you know what gets to compliment all the shitty grammar? Shitty drawings. So, ooh, question for Senate. Okay, I need to track these. Do you experiment with new medicinal herbs? How? Ooh, I like it. That is a good question. Oops. I forgot that control key does not work on this laptop. Okay, so I think we have 3 questions for the characters so far. Keep them coming, guys. We got 3 months of hiatus to fill up. Keep them coming. Oh, my cat is here to say hi, everybody. I don't know if you can hear her.
Welcome to
She's
the
very
anniversary,
loud.
Misty.
Yes. Oh, now she's being needy. You are lucky you're doing this now and not while I'm drawing. She just wants attention. We are going on hiatus, Nicole. There will be a brief hiatus after the hangout arcs
the Ferrex hangout.
complete.
Yes, which is
and
a while
right
from now. We're
before
talking like May.
the port
Okay,
arc.
we're talking
Oh,
like
yeah,
May.
it's
It's
gonna
a
be a
while.
while.
Okay, it's not soon. It's not soon at all.
It's definitely not
It's
soon.
not soon.
Definitely not soon. We have a whole
But
hangout arc
my
to get
backlog
through.
is rapidly diminishing, and I need it back so I can be
So
happy.
do I. Yeah, my backlog is quickly disappearing as well, and that's
We
nerve-wracking.
need a little time to bring it back to where we were when we posted originally, so I can not want to freak out.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Excuse me.
Now the question is, real
That is the
constellations or
plan.
fake constellations?
Ooh, well, what are you feeling? I
Well, they
mean,
all
you're
have to
the
be animal
writer after
constellations.
all.
That's just how it's gotta be. Now, my problem with making it real constellations is that kind of breaks the canon in a way of the story being like not in our world, because it's not.
I
It's like adjacent.
100% agree.
But now I
See,
have to
we are
think
on the
of,
same
like,
page.
different animals that I want. Because honestly, there's a lot of animals. What would be important? Ooh, I know. I know.
I am so curious what you end up deciding. Ori's deep in thought, you guys. She got hit with
this
a
is the part
brain
that I know
blast.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the part that I can get to.
Oh, my cat wants freedom. Okay, here's the open door. Go for it. Okay, she has no idea what she wants. She needs to decide. The Teledromeda Galaxy.
Yes.
Oh, Enthuse, I just saw your comment. Yeah, that would imply that the Roman Empire existed. And that would be a problem. See, when this is always the line you kind of have to figure out if you want to walk or not. Because when you reference something real and concrete from our world, you also acknowledge that it exists in the world that you've created. I think one of my favorite examples, and it's a silly example, but it really does illustrate it. There is a Nostalgia Critic video where he reviews the Illumination adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And when the Grinch's alarm goes off, it plays the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town by the Jackson 5. So aside from his comment of why would the Grinch have that playing if he hates Christmas, his other comment of is what the hell do the Jackson 5 look like in this world? Which, it's a silly question, maybe even an insignificant question, but it does raise questions. Oh, it's something you got to consider. It also works, if I could share a little bit about writing here, it also works like when we think of how we describe things as well. Like, most recent example, I'm sorry guys, Trigun brain rot is still very much a thing, but in that series, the characters live on a dry, arid desert planet. And the only plants around are either the genetically modified ones that produce water and food and electricity and basically everything humans need to survive, or they're sectioned off in a geodome that only a select group of people have access to or even know about. So sometimes when I read fics where the characters themselves are describing something like blossomed like a rose or as pretty as a flower, like not that exactly, but close enough, it kind of raises the question like, they don't know what a flower looks like. So how could they say something looks like that if they don't know what it is? You know, if you say the phrase put the cart before the horse, well, does this universe have horses? Does this universe have carts? Does that idiom even make sense in this context? It's something interesting to consider. Oh, that's hilarious, Enthuse. It's been forever since I watched Cars 2. I think I've only seen it twice. It's a weird freaking movie. Like, I gotta be in a weird mood to watch it. That is one hell of an implication, though.
That's really
Oh,
funny
that's some
pastry puff.
interesting lore.
Yeah, no cartographer.
I ain't talking carts or graphs. We're talking maps. Maps.
The Manfred von Karma being a father lore, like outside the like base games, is always kind of wild to me,
I
because it's one
can't
of those
wrap
things
my
where
head
sometimes
around
they
it because
paint
he's
him
such a
very
bastard.
fatherly, and I can't imagine him possibly being that way with his characterization. Like it's
It's one
fun,
of those things
you
where,
know,
like,
to,
I have to imagine it like
haha.
Thanos. I have to imagine it like
Yeah.
Thanos,
Oh,
right?
that's good.
Like,
That's good though. That's
he's
good. Ooh, yeah, that's good.
like he's got that whole thing where it's like, okay, he wants to wipe out 50% of the population. That's bad, but also we see how much he cares for his daughter, even though it's a very twisted, very, you know, you must earn my respect to win my love type of love.
Yeah. No, I think that's a
That's
very
kind of
good.
that's kind of how I see it.
Like I can really visualize it now. You know.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I understand. So there's definitely that pastry puff, but I think the problem is with how Edgeworth and Franziska turned out, that I can't imagine him also like 100% being like a poster child of good fathering. You know, like Edgeworth and Franziska both have significant amounts of trauma that are totally related to how they were raised and the household that they came from. You know, like there's
It's
no
like that is
question
not
about
a
that.
good situation.
Edgeworth even talks
Definitely some
about it.
questionable parenting going on there. It's very interesting sometime what fandom decides, you know? Yeah, I agree, Enthuse. You know, it's really hard to say that the guy who killed someone else's father is he himself a good father, you know?
And then fucking framed Edgeworth later on.
Yeah, like that's messed up.
But then we have these moments where they're like, huh, he took them to like karaoke, and I think Pastry Puff said something else about them being like cute or something. So I don't know, it's always like interesting to me, but obviously, you know, you could be both. It's just interesting to think about.
We got a Dylan drop.
Yes.
Dylan drop
bomb.
in chat. Oh yeah, no, 100% Pastry Puff. I didn't think you were arguing that. It's just interesting to see what fandom thinks and interprets.
Well, that's Shu
and
Takumi, apparently.
what information you pull
saying
from the
about
game.
The karaoke. Karaoke is one of those interesting things that's just like such a cultural thing, right? Like to think about that being like if they were American and it started in America, like that'd be super weird. But it's like pretty common in Japan, you know? It was kind of wild. And also, oh, God, I wish we had like Japanese style karaoke in America where you didn't like go
be
into
amazing.
like a bar and like you're just on the stage and you're annoying everybody in the bar who's just like existing, right? Like you're just annoying everybody. Versus when they have like the little karaoke like rooms and you just like you and your pals just in a room.
Ori,
So everybody is
there's a place
wanting
for
to
that.
be there.
Ori, there's a place for that. We have some
Oh,
of them.
Nicole. We do?
Yeah. You don't know where? Have you ever
No.
been? I'm
No, I've
gonna
never
DM
been.
you.
Okay,
I'm gonna DM you.
You also have to
have
tell me
know.
who you think would survive the longest.
Oh, okay. Well, that one first of all. But also,
Okay, I finished.
room karaoke is rare, but it's not non-existent. I have actually gone out with friends to room karaoke. It was actually very fun. We could order food, we could order drinks. It was very nice.
Well, we'll have to go sometimes.
I feel like we could get the
Alright.
group together and make a day
But
out of that if
Mars,
everyone wants
I
to
have
sing.
finished it.
Oh, is it my turn to step up to the plate?
It's your turn to step up to the plate.
Okay. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing.
See, okay,
what-
but that's the other problem in Thus, is that, like, I sing well. And that's not me being, like hubristic
Oh,
or
no,
something.
guys,
Like,
Ori and I were in choir together. She
Yeah,
took it for longer
and
than me, but
Dylan
we did
sings
share
well,
a semester
so
together.
it's just like none of us are like, and that's the other problem with karaoke, right? Is like sometimes at a certain point it's like you want to be bad, and it's like this is really, it's like I don't know.
I feel like at one point we'd just be flexing on each other.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what
Like,
makes
that
it
would
difficult.
just be it. All right, so I am getting my Clip Studio open.
Yes, it is in the Outcast community materials folder, just not in a folder after that, just in the general group folder called Ori's script that you can look up. This
Okay.
is the script, guys. It's so in depth, so long. I know, right?
Okay. No, I don't want to open E5 page 8.
But do you guys
want
want to hear
open
my Super Luigi U
new.
rant? Is that something chat wants to hear?
I am very curious.
I know Mars wants to hear it. Okay. I'm asking if I should. God, 2014 pain.
Why must you hurt us like this?
That was pain.
Okay.
Mars, do you have any limitations and further details about the short story prize? Word count, things you won't write?
Trying to think. Last time, I think I did about. Oh, go away. Windows security, please. I think last time I did about. I think between 500 to 1,000 words, but I'll have to double check that. My biggest limitations. No smut, please. No smut. No spicy.
You're from
It is fun to write, and I do occasionally write it. I'm just not at a level where I'm ready to show people that.
That's also
So-
my vibe with just like my vibe with like my like
I
NSFW
just
spicy
ask that boundary
like,
be respected.
You just gotta be like, you gotta feel the moment. You can't like do it on command.
It's funny. It's one of those things where, like, if I'm in the groove, I'm
Yeah,
in the
like,
groove,
ooh.
and like it's all
That's
good.
why I do all of my.
But
like,
especially like if I
meditative
had to
art
do for an OC character,
related.
it's like, how do I imagine that?
things like, can you do?
But also,
pre-existing
it's like
characters?
people in chat will be reading smut that I wrote, and
Pre-existing.
I don't know how I feel about that yet. Like, guys, Leprechaun Hotzen was probably the closest smut I can get at the moment.
Pastry Puff says,
Yeah,
Things
pre-existing
like- yep.
characters from other media. If you want to be canon deviant, that's totally fine. You just gotta give me a little bit of a prompt, basically. So, what characters do you want me to write about? What's the scenario? Like, what's the scene? So you kind of gotta set the stage for me. So it could be something like, uh, I want Goku and Vegeta to play video games together, and Goku's beating Vegeta at Mario Kart.
And they're, like,
Vegeta's
best
angry about
friends.
it. Yeah, a modern AU.
yeah.
Hashtag.
Mason asks,
Something to that extent.
is non-explicit romance okay? I would say Mars would be okay with that.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I could also do romance. Like, guys, I'm fine with romance. That's fine. Like, hugging, cuddling, that kind of thing. Like that I'm okay with.
Fluff.
Fluff. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Fluff is good. Fluff is good.
Fluff
Alright.
is definitely okay.
My rant
I
is
am
fairly short. So
Pulling up your script, Ori.
it will not take a lot of time. So here's my Super Luigi U comical rant from high school from 2014. Pain. That God, it's I didn't even process that that's 10 years old. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, why must you hurt me
well,
like this?
All right. Here we go.
Ori, before you
Yes.
begin, where is the script
It's
you
just
wrote?
in the Outcast materials and then Ori script. It should be right there. Is it not?
OC, OP, Outcast, out. Nope, I do not see it.
All right, I will move it.
Sorry,
find
Ori.
It's okay. That's my fault.
Nah, blame Google.
My brain has to work though.
Oh no.
This is not the right one.
Yeah. Oh, also to add on, it could be characters from a pre-existing universe, or it could be OCs. I'm totally okay with OCs. I've actually done a prize for someone last year, featuring their OCs.
It should now be in scripts.
I do require a little bit more for that. Because if you're giving me your OCs, I have to know what is their personality, what is their relationship to other characters if you want them interacting with someone, because that'll affect how the story will play out. So like if I write something and they're acting buddy buddy and you're like, what are you doing? They're rivals, like, well, that's important information I need to know.
It should be in scripts now, Mars. Also, when you are ready, you should share your screen.
Yes, I wanted to pull the script up and take a look at it before I did.
All right.
Okay.
While Mars does that, here is my 10-year-old Luigi U rant. Now, I have played many Mario games. They usually start out pretty easy and increase in difficulty, not necessarily in a logical order, ending with the hardest battle with Bowser. More recent Mario games have a timer, and if you don't finish the level in usually 300 seconds, you die and have to start over. My friend and I have played Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Bros. 3D Land, and Super Mario Bros. U, and find that 300 seconds is typically enough to finish a level. When we beat Super Mario Bros. U, we started playing Super Luigi U to find that the levels are shorter, but you only have 100 seconds to finish them. Many times, my friend and I would finish a 300-second level with about 100 seconds left on the clock. But these 100-second levels are shorter to compensate for the short amount of time, but still long enough that when we get to the end, there's maybe just 10 seconds left, if we're even able to get that far. Nintendo, are you trying to give us a heart attack? One particularly hard level with this 100-second limit is the first castle in World 2. This level includes turning gears in order to climb to the top of a stage to fight the boss, which is the easiest part. Now, I like a challenging stage. One small gap jump, dodging a few Goombas and Koompas, and maybe a small piranha plant is not much fun after a while. But when it takes at least 20 tries, some hysterical cry laughing, and one of us sacrificing our life so the other can climb to a level higher, you should know that something's up. Now,
Boy,
I could
that
possibly
came
understand.
through the ringer.
Now, I could possibly understand if this level was in World 8, but when you're only halfway into World 2, it's just cruel. Are you trying to discourage people from continuing playing? Crushing their dreams of ever facing Bowser in the final level? Knowing Nintendo, though, we will slowly proceed through the levels, reach World 8, and say, this level's in World 8? That must have been one of the easiest levels we've played in a while. Why do you do that? Would it be so difficult to try and arrange the levels in order of difficulty so we have a small idea of what to expect next? Finishing one pretty difficult level thinking the next will be just harder just to find it was possibly simpler than a level in World 1 is slightly disappointing and also gives the player anxiety on what every next level will be. So thank you, Nintendo, for illogically ordering your levels based on difficulty and crushing the dreams of people trying to beat the game. That was my rant.
Oh my god.
There you go. A Luigi rant.
It's safe to say I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes, well, I have to get your stream set up for everybody else to view your no idea what you're doing.
Oh, I thought they could see.
Oh,
I
not
shared
yet.
my screen.
I'm doing it, but it takes some steps. Okay.
Wait, why can no one see a face? I am drawing a face. Why can no one see it?
I want, because I have to figure out. This is not it. Window capture. Mars Discord.
I'll wait until it's working. I don't want to draw if people aren't watching.
Should go here. And then properties. And then it should
Ori,
be-
we may be finishing this comic next anniversary.
There you
Like
go.
next anniversary, you'll do the flats and because there's
Alright,
no
they
way
can
this is
see.
finishing tonight. There is no freaking way. Okay. Oh, I lost my
I told
reference.
you,
Where'd it go?
you wanted me to do. You were like, nah, just write it. I could have made it less panels, Mars. I could have.
That doesn't look right. Fuck it, we're going with it.
My Luigi rant was very accurate. Thank you.
So I feel like oh no, wait, I'm not supposed to do that. I gotta do the triangle body first, right? That's what artists do. Triangle
I will
body.
have 0 input.
Triangle body. Yes. Lines dividing face into 4 quarters and triangle body. That is all I know. No, I'm not doing that. Because I can't wrap my head around how triangle turns into torso. I will be honest. Because from what I know, people have necks.
They do have necks. See, the triangle has part of the neck.
See, that makes no sense
I mean,
to me.
in the style that you were attempting, I believe. If you're trying to do something else, then.
I gotta be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking at Aster's reference pose and I'm just flipping it, essentially.
Yeah.
So, like, this goes here, this goes down. Like, I am definitely working from what I would call a bottom-up method, in which I am drawing all the lines first. Is this the right way of doing it?
Good luck with the
Probably
feathers
not.
and deuces.
I'll figure out the fucking
I
feathers.
didn't even think about that. I felt like just Aster, I could put him in the scene logically.
Okay, so it comes
I'm
to an
sorry,
end
Mars.
there. And then he's got like a little extra poking out there. Because then the apron goes down that way.
All right, chat. How have you?
Yep,
Oh, I know some of
that's
you
an
saw
apron.
the extra panels, the new panels. Did you find them all?
Gotta give him an ass. There we go.
There's a
Beautiful.
Aster, the flattest of boys. He is. It's canon.
Bloody,
Enthuse
he's
would
got a
know.
lump. He's got a lump.
Enthuse would know.
Okay, there's his. Oh right, buttons. I forgot buttons.
Enthuse, did you
There we
connect
go.
your Discord and your Ko-fi so you can now be in the cool secret comic
It's way too
channel?
many fucking buttons, but whatever. And then we erase the lines because we're professionals. And then we erase the mouth because it looks terrible.
Yes, there was tildes. There was
The
tilde
tildes have
discussion.
been eliminated. They are
There was,
gone for good.
Yeah, I have some sketches of Ferrex eating in... Is it this one? No, it's the one before this one. That I did put for the Ko-fi member Discord channel. Oh no, I forgot that I had to watch Mars do stuff.
These
Whoops.
are not
It's
it's
difficult.
not fucking Aster. My god. Okay, so we got comes up,
There we go.
then goes down, and around and down.
Ooh, the Great Ace Attorney AU. Beautiful. Is it an
Christ.
AU? Is it a Great Ace Attorney AU pastry puff where you're taking the Great Ace Attorney characters and putting them in somewhere else? Or having new, ideas and stuff for them, or are you putting some other characters into the universe of the Great Ace Attorney? Thanks for dropping in, Nicole. Thank you again for your poster purchase and support. It's been great. Enjoy the rest of your day.
So much.
It means so much.
You are incredible.
nuts.
All of you guys are.
I can't
You're
believe
coming
it.
out, tuning in. You know, we're going
Look,
for
the
it.
feathers.
You know, they're the most important part.
Yeah, Nicole Ass-lister. Ah, very nice pastry puff.
And
Oh, kind of like what you did
the
Leighton.
easiest way to do this would take it from the elbow and just whoop, nope. Whoop, nope. Whoop, perfect. And whoop,
You know, look at Mars go. She's almost got an aster.
whoop. I mean, it's definitely Aster in a fever dream, but
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting pastry
I'll
puff.
take my wins where I can get them. Okay.
You know, this
uh,
isn't as bad as you made it sound like it was gonna happen. So
I was literally ready to do that.
I appreciate
no,
the effort.
my arm. Thank God for the back button.
Guys, Dylan has a drawing tablet now.
Has he been using it?
Briefly to do some 3D modeling on the weekend. Yes,
Cool.
some learning. I started trying to make a donut.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot his armbands. There's one. Oop. There's
But hopefully we
two.
will start the actual course we plan to take soon, so I can attempt to one day sculpt the boys. As that is by far the goal. That is the sole reason I'm learning
Oh, hell
how to
yeah.
3D sculpt. Is I want to sculpt the boys.
Okay, you know he's got some big fists here, but it works. Yeah, I'll give him that, and there's a shirt sleeve.
Roll swap with Dylan. I am not giving Dylan that level of power and enthuse. Also, Dylan is good at writing, but definitely not an artiste. You know, he's got like Mars level, where you can get the point across. It's
Aw,
Esther.
thanks.
I could color him very easily without being like, where the hell does this color go? Again, I was ready for the stick figures and like, oh god, where do I even put the colors on this character?
I wanted to try, but I will be honest, guys. Once it hits 11 o'clock, I'm switching to stick figures. The brain can only figure out so much. Okay, hair time. What we gonna do?
Would it be bad if I did really quick doodles of what I was imagining? Or should I not?
I mean, if you want to.
I'll ask chat. Do we want to only see Mars's interpretation?
Okay. So
Make
it's
it
got
pure.
that, and that, and then one comes out from there. He's got the up one. And then it kind of comes around here.
Look at
Swoop.
Mars using those references in the Discord.
Oh yeah, references are a good thing to have.
Gotta use all them references, guys.
Okay, he somehow looks more like a pirate than his canon version. I think it's because the bang looks like a freaking eye patch.
Yeah, it's the amount of mess in the hair, you know.
Okay, and then he has one long bang. Very nice. And can't forget the ahoge.
Very important. Very
Hey,
important.
goddamn, that's some pretty good ahoge.
Yeah, they are.
I'm kind of proud of myself, not gonna lie. Oh wait, I forgot his little neck line. There we go.
Ah, yes.
Now he's got some. Now he's got some clavicles.
Some definition. That's more of a muscle there. The clavicles are lower. You don't see his. You only see Ferrix's and Milano's ever with their
I
full
see, I
outfits
see.
on.
Okay, so that's the end of the apron. So that means the leg. We got a puff here, and then it comes down into the pant leg.
I'm so curious. I hope Dichotomy does get to join in a little bit because I'm so curious what he has to say about what's going on the stream.
Okay, so now we're up to feet.
But enthuse, you joined at a good time because you should still be a member when the Valentine stuff starts coming out. Puff? Oh, his little, I don't even know what you said was a puff. His pants puff?
Pant puff, yeah.
Pantry puff. Name drop.
Look at them long, skinny leggies. And now, the crowning piece of resistance, because Ori scripted it.
Yes.
He
I had to try and set the
will
scene,
be
you know?
carrying a bucket of water
It's
to
important.
douse the fire.
It's
So I
important.
have to draw a fire too. Okay. There we go. There's our bucket.
I will say Mars is skipping a fair amount of steps, but I won't fault her for that.
I am skipping a hell of a lot of steps. I'm skipping so many steps. Now, Ori, you said you would be coloring just the characters. So
Yes.
I'm going to just do a campfire in the colors of a campfire.
Yes, I'm doing everything that you do, Mars.
That's a log, everybody, I swear. Fuck.
I mean,
How am I
I
doing
will be
that?
honest. He is there. Like I could tell I could tell that that's Aster. I could tell what's going on, you know?
Oh, yay! I'm kind of proud then.
I will say the bucket blends in, but I think with colors, you know, that'll be fine.
You know, I was gonna leave the colors up to you.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
how
it's
this
not
works.
a true campfire unless there's a ring of rocks around the sticks, you know? Gotta have that perspective. There we go. And then, yes, I am skipping a ton of
And
steps.
that's the rock fact.
That is a rock fact. This is how I draw fire, guys. I start with orange, red, and then the top is yellow. That is how I draw fire.
I mean, you know, it's
There's
nearly
the
how I
first-
draw fire.
So, oh, right. Oh, no. Okay.
Ooh, panel 1.
So there's the first panel.
Woo!
Number 1.
She did it.
Yay!
One panel down.
I gotta take a fucking picture of this. I'm dying.
You have a number of them more to go.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we just talked about Mario, yeah.
Okay. So let's reference
Panel
Ori's
1!
script.
Give it up for panel 1! Mr.
Day
Krabs with the...
52!
Yeah.
Give it up for day 52! Okay. Alright, Hotson, huh? Oh, just trying to finish this page. Okay, so Hotson is hurling. Yes, hurling.
Why is he hurling? He likes his sketchbook.
I-
He wouldn't throw it.
I don't know, but I've also realized I don't have a long page. I just have
You
a
wanna,
singular.
You wanna know how to do it? You wanna know? I'm gonna
Yes,
teach you.
please.
You're gonna click on edit, and you're gonna do two
Okay.
steps for me. You're gonna click edit,
Mhm.
and then you're gonna go down to
Mhm.
it says edit, change image resolution. And what do those numbers say?
Resolution. Here it is. Width 1600, height 1200, scale 1.00.
Okay. Make the width 1000 and then click OK. The bottom the height will change as well. It should.
I just noticed height and
Yep.
scale both changed.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, now
Mhm.
you're going to go to edit again,
Okay.
and you're going to scroll down to now past that to change canvas size.
Aha.
Now you see this little reference point thing. You're going to click the
Yes.
bottom middle square.
Bottom middle
I'm sorry,
okay.
the top middle square.
Top middle square.
My
Okay.
apologies. And then you're going to change the height to like 20,000. The width should not change. And then you're gonna-
20,000? Four zeros?
Yes. Yeah.
1, 2,
And then you're
3,
going to click
4.
OK.
Okay. Oh, look how big that is.
Yep.
There
There you are.
he is, all the way at the top.
There's your long boy.
Beautiful. Okay.
There's
Now, if
panel
I were
one.
Ori and I saw the Hotson was in his journal, I would probably put him sitting on one of the logs with his journal, maybe cross-legged. We are going to draw our log first. You want to make sure you start in a good place because it's got to be a nice big
I'm sorry,
sitting
Pastry Puff.
log.
I
I'm
know.
sorry. Is this hurting all the autists in
Oh,
the audience?
No, they're talking
Am I
about
am
how
I offending everybody?
they're talking about how they're doing art for an Ace Attorney AU that sadly
Oh
we won't
my.
be able to see for years because it's for the Great Ace Attorney, which we were playing dead last in our lineup.
Yes.
Hey, what it means, Pastry Puff, the way I like to look at it is it means that you have many, many years of us playing Ace Attorney.
Yes, that is the best way
Good
to
night,
look at
Mason.
it.
Thank you for coming out to the celebration.
Night, Mason.
We hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being a lovely supporter.
Okay, guys. We're drawing Hotson. Let's
How's she
do
gonna do
it.
this one?
Okay. Well, I think the head is a good place to start. So, we go for our cylindrical but slightly oval egg shape because that is the shape of a head, or so I am told as an artist.
Wait,
you
am
know.
I almost done? Am I almost done? Hold
What?
on. I might almost be done with the sketches of this entry finally.
Oh, really?
Yes, I only have 2 more to go. Woo!
Woohoo!
Finally. Then I can go to the lines. This one has taken me so long, guys. I've been
Okay.
so bad.
So
I'm a bad
as
artist.
we know, Hotson has these big oval eyes that are constantly taking in the world around him. And
Yes,
these nice
very true, Pastry Puff, very
thick
true.
eyebrows. And a little nose. All our characters kind of have little noses.
I only draw like 3 kinds of noses. And then we decided it was 4 because I do draw 4 kinds of noses. But that's it. Which is, honestly, a fair amount of diversity when it comes to certain artists. So, I'm pretty proud of my 4 noses.
Honestly, it's pretty good. Okay, now he has a little bit more of a chin at the bottom. Nope, he doesn't have that kind of chin. He's not Aster. Just a slight chin, Then
See, guys, look what reference can do. Can
Yeah.
tell if your chin is wrong or not. It's important.
it
Gotta have
is
reference.
important.
It's important to have reference.
Okay. Here's our shirt collar. because that's very important. He's
You
our
know what-
buttoned up gentleman.
He is. He is. There's some good scenes in entry 6 that I'm really excited to draw. And then I won't be excited to actually draw it because it involves all of the characters in like a single panel, which is honestly by far the worst thing I have to draw. Not because I'm bad at it, it's just so time consuming. So time consuming.
Poor Ori. Okay, we have to have the collar of Hotson's very important jacket.
Ooh, there's a DLC in
That's not right.
AA5, which is that Dual Destinies? We do like the chronological experience. So, is
Oh,
the
yeah,
DLC
big time.
like how Rise from the Ashes was DLC? Was it in the original, like one of the versions of Dual Destinies? Or is it just for this new port of it? I'm so curious. I'm asking lots of questions, so I'll give you a second. I'm just so interested, and you guys are so knowledgeable. I don't even know what is even happening here.
That
Oh,
is the
start.
question.
I see. A bonus episode.
Bonus
Wap, wap,
episode?
wah.
Amazing.
Oh, it's not. It's always been there. Okay, okay, beautiful. I mean, I'm here for DLC. I'm really excited because we are slowly approaching, the Lost Turnabout. That's what it's called. Yeah, the Lost Turnabout redirect. So I'm excited.
That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that.
I love,
one.
honestly, half of like my making the videos is like, yes, I'm ready for the redirect, man. Because honestly, I love drawing the thumbnails for that, and I think they're really funny. Like, if Dichotomy actually ever is like, yeah, I want to get into the Ace Attorney. So let me refresh myself with what it looks like.
Okay, I'm gonna draw the end of his shirt first, which is a little bit past.
Okay, yeah. So it's
That.
Phoenix in front of like shots of images from the turnabout, which is always like really freaking lame, and it makes me really sad. But I will probably still have it with like Phoenix, you know, me Phoenix being like the main sort of center piece. And then I think I'll probably change what the cutouts are. I'm not sure what they'll be yet though. Cuz I do want to keep the one character in the front in the pose. I'm happy with that. It's more like the background breaky up bits. If this makes any sense. I don't know how to describe it any better.
I feel like it makes sense based on the redirects I have seen.
Yeah.
I can't say if chat feels the same way though. Okay, so we have to reposition our log because I drew Hotson way too high up.
The shards. The shards.
But we're gonna try to get a little fancy. We're
okay,
going.
it is solely because he doesn't have hair yet, but I'm like,
I know.
Saitama? It's only because he doesn't have hair yet. It's literally the only reason. But he's just a very round-headed boy.
That's okay.
You'll add the hair and it'll be fine. Yeah. So basically, I'm like looking at the covers right now. So basically, for each of the covers, it has like the character in the front, and then it has one shard that has an image of another character, and then the image of the courtroom. So I probably will keep that image of the character. So like with Phoenix, it's like Maggie in the background. Now it is Maggie from like specifically one of the images that we get to see in court, where she's like just chilling with Dustin Prince, and she's like in plainclothes, I'll probably draw Mars in her like actual uniform because 1, iconic, 2, that's what I want to do, and 3, the other one isn't colored, and I don't want to have to choose colors. I want to be able to just vibe. And then I'll probably pick something with like pain, I guess, to have Dylan in there, because if all possible, I want us all to be in there. So I think that'll be good. Obviously, with the 4th one, Farewell My Turnabout, Matt on Guard has to be in it. I need to draw Dylan as Matt on Guard. It is a base need. Now, I know he's already Edgeworth, but like, screw me, Sue me. I don't even know what I said anymore. Sue me. Balding Dylan. No, usually I don't
think
change.
you meant to say screw
I
me.
didn't. Sue me. I probably won't draw him bald. Oh no! I totally have to draw him as Wellington. I forgot it was Wellington for that one. It has to be Wellington. It totally has to be Wellington. There's no question. Dylan needs to be Wellington. It looks so good. But also, I will just say, most of the time I don't do the hair. It is us wearing the outfit of the characters, right? So, I don't like change our hair or anything like that. So he would never have been balding. But damn it, Dylan, being both Franziska and Edgeworth, how he just takes all the roles that are cover characters. I'm messing. Yeah, exactly. It has to be that. The like evil one. So they have that like evil image of Wellington, where he's like got the aura as he's like holding the fire extinguisher and he's about to conk Phoenix over the head with it. It's gotta be that. It's gotta.
How could you not have that?
It's so good, top tier. And then I think like Maggie hitting herself salute style would be good for the Maggie one, just because Mars played that as the like ow,
Yeah, which was actually kind of harder than I thought it would be. Like, just the timing of it flies by so quick.
Oh yeah,
is the thing.
We just accept it and move on.
Yep, that's all we can do. Okay, so I'm trying to be professional here. I'm trying to clean up my lines, make them look good. Just slightly.
But I'm always disappointed about the level of goodness that, like, AA1 went hard with the turnabout covers. Like, goddamn. And then they just never did it. And I understand, like, art is expensive. I get it. But it's just like, that was more. They instead put.
But
like,
also, how dare?
They put like more pictures in the games, I guess, right? Like I think that like mathematically, if I was to sit here and think about it, they have more like, I don't know if they're called like cutscene images and evidence images that are like in the game, part of the game, than they did in the turnabouts in AA1. But honestly, I would prefer cool turnabout covers, and I don't need some of those.
Cool turnabout
I don't
art.
need like Maggie and Dustin just like chilling while she's talking on the phone, and then like there's 2 images of Wellington like going to conk Phoenix over the head with a fire extinguisher. Like, I don't need both of those. Like I feel like we could have substituted one of those and had cooler art for the cover.
Yeah.
Because
I could have
you
lived
can tell
with that.
you can tell that they had to like do budget cuts and stuff because it literally reuses the images, from that they have, like the black and white images that they already do in the thing in the cover, and then it just has the one character as the front that is new art. So it's like, I get it, but
also, oy.
Yeah, exactly. We were spoiled.
That we were. They gave us the goods early and then we never got them again. Okay, this one's eluding me a bit. Okay, because I know this is how I color the comic when I'm flatting it. I do a backwards S shape for Hotson's little hair stripey, but for some reason I wasn't getting that when I was trying to draw it in. Tricky, tricky. And he's got that long one on the side. And then we got his braid.
Ooh, we'll get made Maya Mars for recipe for the turnabout.
Okay, so there's Hotson working on his journal. And we'll give him a
There he
nice
is.
log.
Look at him. Oh, I have
To
to
sit
zoom
on.
in. What's he drawing? Ooh. Did you read what I named the constellations?
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't read that
I'm
yet.
curious what you think about them. Did chat see? I don't know if chat saw. If chat didn't see, I will mute myself for Mars until just chat.
Well, I can read, you know.
Yeah.
I can find out.
But you haven't yet.
I haven't yet.
Fine, I'll say it then. I like them.
Okay. Panel 2.
So it's Balin,
Oh, very nice.
who's the great whale, I think I said. It's a whale. And then I have Oso, which is the golden bear.
Ooh. I like
Because I
it.
obviously couldn't do Ursa, and even though Arcturus is the other main word for bear in their taxonomy, like I couldn't do that either, because like that has to do with Arctic and Antarctic. Did you know? Did you guys know about Arctic and Antarctic means bears and no bears? Did you know that, Mars? Did you know that it has nothing to do with if actual bears live there or not?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. So Arctic and Antarctic are for the Arctic is bears here, and Antarctic is no bears here. And
Oh.
now, yes, so that's what it means, because Arcturus means bear. In I think it's Greek. I think that's the Greek one. And Ursa or Ursus is the Latin one. But what's better is that it has nothing to do with if actual bears, the animals, live there. Even though it does comply, it has to do with whether the constellations Ursa Major and Ursa Minor can be seen. And those are the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper. They are only seen in the northern hemisphere. So the Arctic has bears and Antarctic has no bears, because you cannot see Ursa Major and Ursa Minor from the southern hemisphere. And it just happens to coincide with that bears do live in the Arctic in the north, but no bears live in Antarctica. So
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew
Mhm.
that.
yeah, polar bears are a North Pole thing. So it's like really funny.
That's honestly kind
And
of
so
hilarious.
the internet sort of ran with this in a way on Tumblr about it being like that astrology works only for bears. Because bears live where the stars exist. And then someone said, well, of course, bears only live where they can see their gods. I was like, all right,
That
well,
is such
damn.
a raw line.
Yeah,
I
it's so
feel-
good, though.
It really is. Okay, guys, so I'm going to make a compromise. If I have already drawn the character, it's going to be a stick figure if they appear again. So Aster appears again, tending to the fire, according to Ori's script. He's just going to be a stick figure now. I've already drawn him once. We're doing stick
Okay.
figure.
Good. That's good for you, because that means that you only have one more character to draw.
Well, I do want to finish this. I do want to give you a chance to try flatting it before we run out of time. We're at the 11-minute mark.
Yep.
I don't want to take too long. So it's stick figure time. Lightning round, go!
Did my thing post? I hope it posted.
Oop, that's not what I
It
want.
did. Ah, yes, my little anniversary doodle posted. I doodled that
I am-
today.
I'm still gonna try, you guys. Like, just because I'm going quick doesn't mean I'm not gonna try.
Just because she's going quick stick doesn't mean that she won't try.
Quick stick. I like
I have
it.
to actually look at your stream. I keep forgetting.
Just want to make sure I'm giving you guys the full experience.
Ah, yes, startled Hotzen as classic. I tried to give you not too many like scene markers just because you don't give me like a ton. So I was just like, let
Yeah,
Mars decide.
typically the scene markers only come about if I have a really clear vision of what I want the character to look like when they're saying that dialogue. Because, you know, this is a fun thing about communication. There are many ways to say the same sentence. And depending on how you say it and how you look as you say it can interpret how it can determine how it's interpreted is what I meant. So when I have a very clear idea where I'm like, no, this character is furious. They need to look pissed off. Or, no, this is meant to be like more confused, like a little on the inquisitive side. I'll leave a little note like that. Or if I have like, say like a panel suggestion, because I want something like pacing wise, I'll include that as well in the scripts.
My question would be, Mars,
Yeah.
when you are writing a scene, how much would you say you envision it?
I would say I kind of envision it start to finish.
But do you envision it
that's-
like a comic? Like, I guess, like, do you have enough of sort of like an idea of what you'd expect that when I do it, you're like, oh, that's not what I was thinking, but it's still good, or oh, that's exactly what I was thinking, even though I didn't write it down. Like, do you have that, or is it more just like by time I'm giving you the panels, you're like, oh, whole new world, we're here, this
See,
is what it looks like.
It's really funny you mention that because in writing the comic, I always have so the way I write the scripts, and you guys have seen them if you're signed up with the Ko-fi, is that, oh wow, you're right, it is hard to talk and draw at the same time.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
learned
neglecting poor
skill.
Aster here. Okay, we're not doing that. That just looks sad. Okay, 1 bang, 2 bang. He's got that. I think he had a little upper thing. There's another bang coming this way. Oh, that actually came into a point. Nice. 2 bang, long bang, side thing. 2 ahoge. Okay, now
Very
he just looks
important.
like an owl. Look how they massacred my boy.
How they?
I can refer to myself in the third person.
Take
There we go.
accountability, Mars.
Nose, eye, done.
I think he looks happier than Aster has ever looked in the comic.
I honestly think this is some of my best work. I might post it later on. Oh, guys, really, this is some of my best work. I've never worked harder to draw something. But Ori did mention specifically that he's tending the fire, so you know, just simply tending it, and you poke it with a stick every now and then. That's how you tend a fire, as everyone knows. But what I
this
was
is certainly
saying before-
something, isn't it, Pastry Puff? we never promised excellence. I gotta tell you,
I never promised excellence. I don't know what you promised, Ori.
nothing. I made
Good.
0 promises. In the
'Cause
fire.
I wasn't gonna give you
Pastry Puff. Again, honestly, this has been much more effort than I was even expecting. Much more like
Ori,
care.
you weren't expecting anything of me?
I
I'm
was
disappointed.
expecting stick figures, as you touted again and again and again. It's just stick figures.
Well, see, okay, so chat, while I didn't want to give you expectations, I did want to throw Ori for a loop. So I was leading her on by saying, "Oh, I'm going to draw nothing but stick figures and it's going to go so quick cuz it's just stick figures." Have I thrown you for a loop?
Yeah, or was really over here being like, how do I color stick figures?
Well, now you get to find out.
Oh,
Panel
I know
3.
exactly how to color them.
But to get back to your question, Ori, so for anyone who's seen the script in the Kofi's, I always lead. I'm gonna take a mini break, light break.
Yeah. You're
Um,
roasting Mars pastry puff.
and I can't even see chat because I have references.
Yes,
all
good.
over my
It's better
screen.
this way, Mars. You don't want to hear what they're saying about you.
Oh, roast away, roast me like the marshmallow on the fire Aster
The
should
Mars mellow.
have. The Mars mellow. Isn't that copyrighted? Isn't that candy?
I don't know. I'll look that up while you continue.
I thought it was.
I'll look that up while you continue.
Okay. But okay, blah blah blah. Kofi scripts, if you've seen them, you know. But the way I write my scripts is I always talk about the connective tissue of a story,
It is
right? You
trademarked.
have the beat. That's what I thought. Okay. Yay brain. It actually works. Awesome. So you have your big story beats, and then you have the little details that are going to help you get from point A to point B. So character A is going to do this in this scene. So essentially, I plan some kind of overview of the overall entry, which then further gets divided into pages. Typically, the way Ori and I plan it, we actually have a big document that contains the entire entry, and then it's split into different pages within the same document. What you guys see are the individual pages that get uploaded. But I essentially write an overview of how the entire scene is going to go down, because sometimes a single entry is just one big scene. So I'll write like, okay, here's what's happening in this chapter. Hotsun wakes up, he does this, he feels that. Sometimes I'll add little details like for my own benefit, like little character details that I need to know. That way I remember when I get to writing the dialogue, okay, I need to phrase this like this because I'm trying to capture this emotion. Or, oh, I need to place a callback from an earlier chapter here because this is the point where this comes more into play. Just little things like that. And those do eventually get redacted in the Kofi because they're technically spoilers. But after I write an overview, then I break it down into essentially even smaller scenes. So we go from the big scenes, which are a single entry, to smaller scenes, which are the pages. And those are like, okay, what's going to happen within the next 20 panels throughout? So when I'm writing the dialogue, when I'm scripting, I do find that I have sometimes a very specific idea. Like I'm imagining how the characters are moving, I'm imagining how they look, but I have a way of imagining it very cinematically. So I imagine it with movement, I imagine it like an animation. Essentially, my brain creates an AMV for myself, which I will admit can make things a little challenging because our medium is not animation, it is comics. And comics are very different from animation. You know, in animation, you have all the frames you need to convey emotion. In a comic format, you have a couple panels to convey emotion. And this, not emotion, but a space motion, like movement.
Mm.
this was something that I had found out in the recent Aster edit. In his entry, I asked Ori to add 2 extra panels because when I was first writing that scene, I was imagining, okay, these words are going to like cut Aster to his core. Like he hasn't heard this in a while. He hasn't had to deal with this, or at least he wasn't planning on dealing with this kind of confrontation, and he doesn't want to. So I wanted to convey that this moment would impact him. Now I think in the first iteration, the ones you guys saw originally, this was conveyed, where he snaps around because the panels jump from one to the next. We go from Houghton saying his line to Aster immediately retaliating. Now, it was good, but going back, I realized in the script, oh, that's not how I wanted to convey that. I wanted a moment of silence. I wanted a moment of contemplation where it's like, did he just say that? Oh shit, what do I do? How do I respond to that? Oh, do I have to deal, like, all those thoughts. I really wanted those panels to convey just how much could potentially be going through Aster's head at that moment. Like, when someone says something to you and it catches you off guard, think of all the thoughts that go through your head before you respond. Think of all the questions you have when someone says something outlandish. That was the emotion I wanted to convey there. And I saw it perfectly in my head. Getting it onto paper sometimes can be a different story, and that's where communication between the writer and the artist especially comes into play, because Ori is an amazing artist, you guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The work she does is phenomenal. I have never had a complaint about her panels. I don't think I could if I wanted to. It is just all phenomenal.
Oh.
With the additions, like this was a chance to really take advantage of the fact that it was our anniversary and we had an opportunity to do a couple edits, because it is still fairly new, and it's not too far in the story that it wouldn't be a big ask to have people go back and reread just a little couple things that help the story along. So I really wanted to take advantage of this opportunity and get Ori on board for like the different pacing, letting the moments sit longer. And, you know, it teaches you something, like doing this, because now I have the experience to be like, okay, so when I'm scripting this and I want a moment to last longer, I need to convey that in my script and also communicate that to Ori if that's how I'm envisioning the scene. Because it's interesting. Both of us handle pacing in very different ways. Um, the way Ori handles pacing is that, at least how I understand it. Ori, please jump in if you have anything to add, or you want to add your own
Mars is
perspective.
wrong. She's been
But-
wrong this whole time.
Have I? What have
No.
I been wrong about?
I was trying to do the Trump. She's wrong. She's not get anything right.
No, you gotta do Canadian Trump, Judge.
She's wrong about it. No, she has nothing wrong yet.
Objection overruled. But so the way pacing essentially works for Ori, she plans out the panels, and there's a structured pacing where she'll put the panels where I put the dialogue. But then you have to have more panels in order to get from
Sometimes there's a
each
lot
bit of
more
dialogue to the
panels.
next. And that's where the pacing can change. Like sometimes we spend, like you said, with Ferrix, we spend more moments on like watching him be acrobat, because that'll actually play a part in the story later on. We see how athletic he is, we see how acrobatic he is. And that was important to focus on. So that wasn't one of those situations where I was like, Ori, why'd you add so many Ferrix panels? I mean, maybe I thought that when I was doing the flats for him, but I didn't think about it in regards to the writing.
The story. Yeah, think about how I felt. We cut that one in half.
I know. Oh, God.
There's one.
Yeah, Ferrix's is long.
In this current hangout that has just begun,
Yes.
there is one. There's actually two now, and two pages now that have been cut into two pages from being one
For
page
for
in the
our
script.
sanity.
So basically, the goal is to have about like 30 panels an upload, right?
We
Now,
found that to be reasonable.
I found that to be like beefy enough where it's like, okay, this is worth it that you only update every other week, and but still manageable, and enough to get like a significant amount of like story across, right? Like I do find that sometimes obviously I totally understand a lot of like these like YouTube webtoon canvas creators, they upload like every week, but it's very, very short. And I totally get that. I could not do this amount every single week. And, if you want to get like noticed on Webtoon, uploading every week is better. But we don't put our focus on Webtoon giving us the views over anything else. So that's not as big of a concern for us. But sometimes it feels like, wow, there's only so many panels. What really got progressed in this part of the story, right? Or the really good canvas creators really have to make sure that something moves, right? Not that something necessarily happens, but that something moves in a very short amount of time, right? One of the webtoons I was just reading that updates once a week with very short ones is like, okay, you have one guy loses his contacts down the drain. Next panel, next entry, he shows up. Oh shit, he has to wear his glasses now. He never wears his glasses. His significant other has never seen him in glasses yet, because they're newly dating. And then the next one is the significant other sees him in the glasses. And then the next one is like the reaction, right? But something does happen, but obviously it's very, very slow. Versus for like Outcast, it's slow in the long term of like updates. It's fast in like how a comic goes, right? So it's like with Outcast, we really wanted to make sure that every like upload felt good, I guess, felt like full, felt
Felt
substantive.
satisfying.
Yeah,
I would say is
that
the word.
something happened. That
Something happened, but it also gave the reader a reason to come back. So like we take one step forward and then we leave a question, essentially. Like, oh, how's Hotzen going to respond to what Ferric said? Ooh, what's Cynic gonna say when Hotzen called him civilized? Ooh, what's happening now that he's been left alone in the treehouse to sleep? Like, small questions, nothing crazy or anything, but an incentive to keep reading.
Yeah, exactly, Pastry Puff. It felt like it was doing something. And
Yeah.
so we found that roughly 30 panels was the point that Ori could make it to without feeling like, oh my god, I want to die. This entry's never ending. I am a person that totally
Because
thrives.
entry 2, or was it entry 3, was
It's
60
entry
panels
2, page 1
long.
is 60 panels long. And
Never
honestly,
again.
getting to redo it didn't feel nearly as bad, but I was also just better in general. But obviously there was like a light at the end of the tunnel and I was like in fever mode because we were about to launch. So like, that's like Super Saiyan Ori. That
We
doesn't happen all the
definitely
time.
had a fire lit under our asses for that one.
Oh yeah, 100%. But what was I saying? Yeah, 30 panels is kind of like the after drawing this amount, I'm kind of like, I need this to be done because I'm someone that definitely is like, I thrive on like the completion, I guess. Now, even if it's broken up into a bunch of steps, right? Obviously, I'm not completing a whole entry, but like the fact that it's like, okay, I can get the sketches done and being like, that's done is like, that feels good, right? And moving on to the next step is like, okay, all the lines are done, like that's good, all the backgrounds, like having that this is done, this step is done is really what drives me forward. So a lot of why I think that I've really struggled with the current entry I'm working on, the current page I'm working on right now, is we ended up splitting it up in two.
Never ending.
Because it was like I really wanted to do a lot with it. It's like a big sort of finale to this like really emotional one, like, you know, a lot of in-depth sort of stuff. Like it's a lot of like wrap up.
So I'll say this much about the Ferrex Hangout arc. It really is the wrap up for everything that's been going on. Essentially all of Hotson's faux pas, all his microaggressions essentially. I mean, what else can you call it?
Yeah.
But missteps, I should say. Missteps. He's got a Stormhead in his way, and it will happen in the Ferrex Hangout. Because, as we've shown, Ferrex is pretty hot-headed when he's passionate.
Takes no shit.
Especially where his friends are involved. Oh, yeah. We saw how he was when there was an intruder mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
We saw how he was in finding what he thought was evidence. You know, he cares a lot for the people around him, and he is quick to anger.
Indeed.
You're
And
theorizing
so-
the resolution to the intruder. I'm curious what you come up with, Pastry Puff.
I loved your first theory, Pastry Puff. Honestly, that made both Mars and my like month.
That was so crazy. We never thought we'd receive, like, we always dreamed about it, but we never thought we'd actually receive theories about our comic, which, like, that feels like such a win.
like it's like that level of interaction means so much
Avrat.
to sort of like Avrat.
The Pastry Puff is theorizing that the intruder is Avrit. Which, you know,
I see,
not
I
a
see.
bad
I can
theory.
see. All I could think of is like the dreams are really Avrit whispering Hotson's ear.
Avrit's
Very
just
fun.
outside the window, like,
No, I don't think you
can't
think that.
trust them.
But that could be fun. That could be good.
That could be. You
But,
know, there's a lot about Avrit we still need to learn. We know nothing about him.
yes, he'll be introduced relatively soon.
Oh yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
He's coming.
Don't
he's
worry.
Definitely, he's the last, second to last technically, but last like major player.
Avrit just a figment of Hotson's
Yeah,
imagination.
his imaginary friend.
His trauma buddy.
But yeah, the theories to me are like one of the there's like two highest forms of compliments we could get on our comic, and really they boil down to just like the level of effort that anyone is willing to put in, right? Fan art and really like writing anything like substantive.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
you know, so like theories or like Roval's review or like a comment that does like talk about like what happened, like those are
His
just so
effort
good.
shows passion, and really that's
Yeah.
all we could hope for.
And it's crazy to think that like you took like those things take time, right? You know, like those things take like theories take like present reading, right? You're not just like
Theories
glossing
require
through.
you to think
Just-
about it, to
this is
look at
stupid.
details, to put those details together, to think about, like, maybe even think about some of the random things we've said on stream. Like, who knows if those could be clues?
And so it's always like the highest form of flattery to sort of have that like you have put in your time to interact and think about to a significant extent, whether that be to draw the characters or to theorize about them or to write a review or, you know, to talk about what happened in the comments. It's just like, wow, not even I do that sometimes for things I really enjoy. Like, I guess that's how I look at it a lot, right? There are so many things that I really, really enjoy that I would love to draw fan art for that I just, you know, haven't had the time. And I am not a person that comments very often. I really, you know, it's just not who I am. So
I'm trying to comment more, you know? Like,
you
these
made me
fandoms just
comment on
are
that
so
Cybercui Bisco
nice.
animation you sent me because I saw your comment and I was like, yeah, I gotta do that too. That is so worth
I was
it.
like, how could I
Gorgeous.
not? I
Jesus.
follow that artist. They've been working
yeah, I
on that
follow them too.
animation for months. I
They
was like,
had
I gotta
to.
compliment them.
I was
This
gonna
is
ask.
beautiful.
I was gonna ask in the comments, like, hey, any idea how long this took you? Just curious, cause damn, I can only imagine. But Yeah, so you guys spending your time to interact with our story is like just
It means a
incredible.
lot.
With our
Just
characters,
thank you.
designs, and everything. It's honestly like insane. It's one of those things where it's like when we first started, I've said this before, when we were making Outcast, we worked on the comic for 2 years
yeah.
before we posted anything.
And it was very much a passion project.
Yeah, 100%.
We didn't expect to really get anything out of it except for like personal satisfaction, like, hey, we can do this, or we've built up our skills, like we've grown as artists.
Yeah, this was something
really that was kind of all we were seeking, just like a challenge.
Exactly. That was, I always bring up, Dylan asks, like, why do so much work if no one's seeing it yet? And it's like, because we want to make it either way. We will make it no matter what. And so we always kind of had that sort of, holding our expectations of like, maybe no one will ever see it and
It's
like it.
How many people will read it?
Yeah.
How many people would tune in?
And to have the extent of support that you guys have had in coming to the streams and just hanging out with us.
That you guys
and
commenting,
comic,
making fan art,
even joking
thinking
about
the
the tildes
characters,
and all this sort of stuff.
The jokes about the tildes were hard, but you guys have been reading, so.
But it's very it really means a lot. And
It really
it's
does.
More than
You
we
guys
could
have
ever
no
asked for.
idea. Like, sincerely from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Like, you are helping Mars's childhood dream become reality.
It certainly wasn't my
Well, there you
childhood
go.
dream, but I'm really
Oh,
here for
it was
it.
definitely mine. I've always wanted to write and publish something. And thanks to you guys, I get to live that.
Nah. All right, the Safi's done. I did that. Stick Hudson is actually really adorable, though. I really like him.
I'm so glad you like my stick coats, and I only have 3 minutes. Sinnit is next. There is no way I can draw him in that amount of time.
Indeed, that is okay.
Oh,
I'm just
I
trying to finish this.
I'll probably finish up
Hudson.
the other panels on my own time. Maybe Ori, if you want to flat them,
I'll flat them.
and then decide where the hell to post them.
It shouldn't take very long. Well, I gotta flat them, then you gotta shade them, Mars, and put in all the backgrounds and the bubbles.
That's right.
It's a lot of work.
I
Hello,
have no
PCM.
idea how the fuck to shade. I'll
I'm
figure
sorry
it out.
that you're coming in at the end. I'll tell you the one trick. I'll tell you what I do. And
Please.
yeah, it's very easy. I cheat
I don't
really hard
know
with shading.
Anything about lighting sources or
Oh,
positioning
yeah,
of the sun.
that
You know, okay. Every art class I've ever taken is like, draw the sun in the corner. That's where your lighting is coming from. I'm like, it's a circle on my paper. That means nothing to me. I can't figure out shading from that. Did anyone else have art teachers that did that made them draw like a half circle in the upper corner of their paper and tell them, this is your light source, you're gonna make the side facing it lighter and the other side darker? And it's like, yeah, and the shadows just look like I scribbled all over my paper. This doesn't look like shading. I don't know what you want from me.
I mean, I did have art teachers that did do that, like, exercise. I will say I
hated
don't
that
recall
exercise.
having such a difficulty with it, but I will wholeheartedly admit that when I draw almost anything ever at all, unless it has specific dynamic lighting, I would say, like the campfire at night or like Leos lit by the candles and stuff, where I like specifically really want like big contrast, I give zero shits. I know that I want this side to be dark because we're making it like 3D vibes, and I want the edge highlights. And, I get, play loosey-goosey, man. It's not always important. You gotta have
Well,
it
You're
for when...
you're gonna get loosey and you're gonna get goosey. So I hope you know what you signed up for. This is the happiest Aster's ever been.
Okay, there is one
Look
panel
at
I
him
know
just
where he
stoking the
smiles.
fire.
But he's like really chill in that one.
He just got a little smile. And then Hudson pointing at the stars.
Well, with that, it is 11:30. It is time for bed. Dylan's gonna barge in
Yes.
here any second.
I have to finish making stuff
But
for tomorrow.
thank
So
you
I
all
will be
so
up for a
much
couple more hours.
for hanging out. Let me
Yes,
Turn that
thank
off.
you for celebrating this incredible, massive milestone with us. Thank you for being a part of this community and helping us make it. Thank you for being such a wonderful part of this community. It's incredible.
It's absolutely insane.
I'm just speechless at this point, guys. I really am.
Really.
I'm
Alright.
absolutely speechless.
Happy anniversary. It wouldn't be
Happy
the same
anniversary.
without all of you guys. And we'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday for some drawing with
Yes.
dragons.
We're doing commissions
Oh,
on
yay, pastry
Thursday.
puff.
Check it
Yes,
out. If you
I'm
like
doing
Owl House, we are drawing King the
As a
Dragon.
dragon. Very neat, very neat. And
Yeah,
of course,
it's
Ace
gonna be
Attorney
super
Fridays.
cool.
We'll see you guys
Of
then.
course. Always.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.